got to give a little, I got to throw a bat signal out there, Ant.
The bat signal?
Yeah. Tim Sabian from Philadelphia is listening.
Yeah.
Give us a call, Tim. Mm-hmm. He's rolling his eyes in his office going,
oh, no.
Oh, what did I do? What did I do?
It's okay. It's a safe call, right?
Yeah, I just
want to feel.
I just want to ask him something.
All right.
Or maybe we could call the fine program director down there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, we'll get him on the phone. Either way.
Also, a little later, Anthony, there's a band called Bad Ronald.
Yeah.
They did a WoW song for us, and they're going to come in and hang with us and all that.
Cool.
It's a really cool little song. Are we calling Tim?
We appreciate the WoW songs, that's for sure.
All right, let's go to Melody. Melody! What is up with these phones?
Hello.
Melody!
Is your name Melody? Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's Melanie.
Matt, what's going on?
Hey,
Hey,
ever since you guys came on in Cleveland, I loved your show.
Yeah.
When you were on vacation last week, what's up with all the reruns that I already heard once? I mean...
Wow, Cleveland heard them?
I mean, come on. I heard them the week before, when you did it live.
Now you got something in common with New York.
See? You all feel like one big happy family now, getting screwed when we go on vacation.
Matt, we're flattered because that means you're a faithful listener and you catch every minute of the show. That's all I can tell you.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll do a better job next time. We're not going to take off for a really long time now.
Okay.
We just
do better next time.
Hey, I finally saw a WoW sticker on somebody's car the other day, too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The whole WoW thing, it definitely takes time.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, by next spring, forget about it. It's going to be everywhere. So get the WoW in your car. All right?
All right.
It's a great day in New York, too. A lot of people are getting wowed. Mm-hmm. So we can't get Tim?
He's still working on it.
All right. Come on, Tim. Where are you? Give us a call. Sarah, what's up?
How you doing, guys?
Real good.
I'm calling about this 2020 piece. Are you going to talk about that?
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that.
I was a little upset by it. I mean, I actually told whomever answered the phone that I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, but it was awful.
Yeah, well.
How are all your gay friends doing?
This isn't Sarah.
And I loved your goatee.
Who is this? This is Stephanie from Fox.
She kept calling me that, too.
Stephanie, it's you from Fox.
It's Sarah.
No, you're...
Oh, my God, it's Stephanie from Fox.
You're obsessed.
Stephanie, did you lose your mind somewhere?
What are you talking about?
Stephanie.
Yeah.
Stephanie called me yesterday.
Yeah.
Right, Sarah? Stephanie called me yesterday and told me that her piece came out even better than the ABC one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sarah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
No, it's Stephanie from Fox.
It really isn't, but I can be.
You're a whack job. You are a whack job.
Why?
We know your voice. We've hung with you. This is Stephanie from Fox. Who's producing the O'Reilly piece that we're going to be on?
No, it's really not.
Holy S.
You want to call me back?
Freaking crazy.
You're a lunatic. You are a lunatic. Just admit it's Stephanie.
It's not.
Holy S.
Give me a test.
How's the compulsive drinking going?
Yeah, last time we talked to Stephanie from Fox, she had a problem with us because she was in a little...
Okay.
See, you don't want us to talk about it again.
Oh, wow. Boy, that was...
Anyway, your 2020 piece really sucked.
That was all right.
No, it wasn't.
Did the job.
No, I really didn't think they did. I really feel like they weren't fair. I felt...
Yeah, I didn't like the edits that they did and some of the stuff. I think we explained things a little better than they presented.
I mean, they really kind of made you guys look inarticulate, and I know that you're not. I mean, you said something, like...
Oh,
not us, we are too.
I heard your rants before, Anthony, when you...
Yeah, I think she was going to compliment me, Opie.
I'm sorry.
You hung up
Do you really need a compliment that bad today? I'll get it right.
Not
right
from
back
Sarah.
on the phone.
Not from Sarah.
She's out of her mind.
Crazy. Sarah. No, it's Sarah. Hey, drunk. All right. Enough. Don't talk about that.
When is the O'Reilly piece going to air? Does anyone know?
She said sometime later this month.
All right. We can't get Tim on the phone?
Tim's in an important meeting and he's going to call us when he's out.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, right.
I swear.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, why don't we play some of the 2020 piece, Ant?
Yeah, let's see how fair they are.
This aired while we were on vacation. They snuck it. They snuck it on the airwaves.
So we couldn't comment on it right after it happened.
So, we've lost our bang now that it's out there a week or so.
Yeah.
But here we go. We'll stop it from time to time, okay?
Yes. Oh, there it is.
From Times Square, New York, John Quinones. Good evening. I'm glad you could make it downtown.
Good evening. I'm glad you could make it downtown. Good evening.
Who talks like that? Come on.
Good evening, honey, I'm home. Good evening. Good evening, honey. I'd like some pork chops and mashed potatoes this evening.
Tonight, 4 stories with a common edge. Law and disorder.
Law and disorder. Law and disorder.
No, wait. It's opposed to Law and Order.
I get it. That's it, Norton.
I love a clever spin. Schmucks.
Law and disorder. Law and disorder.
From a southern...
Tonight, law and disorder. Lily.
Grandpa.
Let's hear him.
From a southern sheriff who was part bully, part celebrity, to a place where you can smoke as much pot as you want, legally.
Legally?
Oh,
I thought they were talking about our stairwell.
Yes.
Oh, that's just a joke for the radio. We wouldn't do something as illegal as that. Something illegal. That's legal. No gambling in Bushwood, sir.
We start in the world of shock radio, wildly popular programs full of foul language and scandalous stunts. They're outrageous. They're often offensive. But are they against the law?
Yes, and should be killed. Against the law?
This is legal, isn't it?
Yes, Rick.
Can they stop with the shock radio? Can they stop?
This is shocking. I think if we had a button that we could push that would send a sonic wave out through the radio that would make people's heads explode, maybe they should look into that.
That would be a little shocking.
That would be a little shocking if all of a sudden you walk and someone's got their Walkman headphones on and their head explodes. Shocking. I would even say we'd be shocking if we had the power to do that.
Hey, I was listening to Z100. Next thing I know, my head exploded.
Hey, there's a guy I was walking right next to, his brains all over my head. That was pretty shocking.
You listen to
talking about boobies.
I better call 2020 Downtown. They got to do a piece on this.
You know what would be shocking? If you listen to Z100 and they were interesting. That would be shocking.
Shocking.
You know how gay Z100 was today? Because I was flipping around like crazy. I drove in today.
If you live in another city, just pick the gayest station in your city. That's the one we're talking about here.
That plays the same 10 pop songs over and over again all day long.
In sync.
And the DJs get to talk for a total of 2.5 minutes per show.
Nice. I can't listen to the Yankees because of them. I was listening to them on the afternoon one time, and somebody
they
said
won.
something.
It's okay.
It doesn't. I haven't listened all year.
No, they win.
Because it was an unfunny remark, and it was so bad I punched my radio. I just stink. And I cannot get AM anymore. I'm stuck in FM for about a year and a half. It's true. I can't listen to the Yankees because they have no humor.
That happens, though, sometimes. You get so mad. You ever punch your radio in your car?
Yes.
I've done that. Yeah. I'm sure people have done it through this very program.
Christina Nagy, I like. She's a friend of mine. Her, I like, but I'm not up at the hour.
Yeah. So I'm listening to Z100, and their big bit today.
Yeah.
They're teasing that get ready for this.
Let me get the wacky alert horn.
They have the latest Britney Spears tune, and no one else has it. But they don't want to get in trouble with the bosses, so they're only going to give you a little piece. Hey, he's ripping me off.
That's funny.
I actually heard him say, hey, we got it, and we're not supposed to play it, but I'll give you a little taste. A little flavor.
Oh, you want to let him in on that little secret, Opie?
Yeah, go ahead.
What they have is only what you heard, a piece of the song. They don't have the whole song, so they say, we'll give you a piece of it. Because that's all they have. They have a little CD, and it's just a piece of it. That's all that they got from either somebody at the record company or they pull it off the internet or something.
We're the mass radio duo.
Yeah.
We wear masks to disguise ourselves, and we give away all the radio tricks.
Oh, like the magician did on that Fox show. But here's how this trick worked.
You gotta respect them, though, man. The bosses said no, and they did it anyway.
What balls?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty dangerous.
Some dangerous stuff.
I'd have more respect for them if they just had a small dose of smallpox. So they were going to give it to the first winner.
So they played 15 seconds. That's all we can do. So I don't want to lose my job.
Oh, we got benefits here.
Just a piece.
All right.
How come just your piece faded out at the end? That's the way it was recorded. Shut up.
Oh, I'll teach everyone another little radio trick.
Little secret.
When a really hot song comes out, let's say Alice in Chains, Never Gonna Happen, gets back together and they got a single.
Yeah.
And the radio companies will sneak it to some high-profile stations, but they can't directly hand it to the program director.
Wait, the record companies give it to radio stations.
High-profile, they leak it. They call
Right.
it leaking it, because like the day that everyone else is allowed to play it is, let's say, Friday.
Yeah.
But they want to get it out there, want to leak it a little bit. It's Wednesday, 2 days before, right? They don't hand it to the program director because, a lot of people would be pissed off.
Uh-huh.
But all of a sudden they'll just kind of make hints where that radio station could find the latest song from Alice in Chains outside the building.
Oh, like in the bushes or something?
They bury it in the bushes, yeah.
Interesting.
Ooh.
And then the station, you go, I don't know how it got in my hands, but look what I got.
What is with this Aldrich Ames crap? Just give them the song and let them play it. Stupid worm
Song.
All right, back to the 2020 piece.
When we come back, you won't believe your ears.
Very important music. Very, very important story. Dun, 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 dun.
When we come back, you won't believe what you hear.
Friggin' fag, you want to make out or something?
No, not that.
We were appalled, but we're going to exploit it on our program to get higher ratings.
It's so awful when it first aired. We're going to air it here again.
During sweep.
During Sweeps Week.
They're all holier than thou about this stuff, yet they love broadcasting it. They love doing shows about it.
Mike, what's going on?
Oh, Ben.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up, man?
You want to hear what Z100 is doing for their morning show today?
Again, for everyone else, insert your faggiest station in your city where he says Z100.
Right here. Go ahead.
They're doing, shut up. They're doing this contest called Name Your Member in the month of September, where chicks got to name their boobs or guys got to name their slongs, stupid stuff like that. Hey, guys, you want to know the best part?
Wait, I can't say it. Hold on. Because I went to call mine the C word, and I got dumped out of by myself.
Wow,
It was a rooster. I called it the rooster, okay?
I don't
say
believe
it that way.
that's witty.
That's a funny contest. Let's have one like that.
Yeah, it's a good contest.
I'll call mine the HIV leaker.
Goddamn, Norton's sick, man.
Clap dispenser, whatever you want to call it. Name your member in September because everything in radio has to rhyme for some ungodly, wacky reason.
All right.
Wacky horn alert.
Thank you, Mike.
That's the worst goddamn station in New York, guys. You rock.
All right.
How dangerous is Opie having the wacky horn when a water bottle in his hands is dangerous?
All right.
A bottle cap is annoying.
Well, we'll play the 2020 piece when we get back.
God damn us. Damn us to hell.
What? And hopefully Tim Sabian will call. I just got to ask him something. Yeah, you're not going to believe this one. And hopefully he'll call next as well.
On a Saturday morning, I was dreaming I was Al Capone. Rumors going round, got to clear out of town. Smell like a traffic food. Here comes the law, gonna break down the door. Never knew it was for. Never wanted any more. Got you with the don't go crazy, yo.
And we're back to the O&A show. If you're not in the New York area and you're trying to get a hold of us, our phone number 866-2774-WOW. It is Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
That's the best.
We love Whip 'em Out Wednesday. It's just huge in New York.
Yes.
It'll be huge everywhere else. Give it time. But basically, you put WOW in the back of your car. That does two things. It supports our radio show.
Right.
And also, you got a chance of a girl flashing you on the way home from work. Okay?
There you go.
And if you need WOW stickers, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to 888 7th Avenue, New York, 10106. That's a big city folk live. What's up there? 10th floor? All right, put 10th floor on the address, whatever. Back to the 2020 downtown piece in.
Yes.
Okay. We didn't really play much of it.
No, we didn't. Sometimes it's going to take forever to get through.
Uh-oh, is that Tim Sabian? Because I have to talk to him, too. No? Okay. All right, back to 2020 downtown.
Here now, Allison Stewart.
Move over, Rush Limbaugh, and get out of the way, Dr. Laura. Talk radio has a whole new chorus of voices who really aren't that interested in solving moral dilemmas or debating the cultural wars.
Hey.
This new generation of talk show hosts dishes about the size of a woman's breasts or bodily functions. You may find what they have to say offensive or insulting or demeaning, but someone else may find it entertaining. The Federal Communications Commission is threatening to get tough with these talkers, but some First Amendment backers contend it is their right to say almost anything on the radio.
What's on your bed?
Satin sheets.
Satin sheets.
Burgundy.
You go.
Some people call it.
You go.
You go, girl.
You go.
Could they segue that in with the talk to the hand clip?
No, they totally got me out of context there. I was saying you go, which means you're a goer.
You go.
I was like, this girl goes. You know what I mean? You got satin sheets.
You go, girl.
You're going. By the way, you ever get those satin sheets?
No.
I got them on my bed right now. They're a pain in the ass.
You slide all over.
Everything's satin. The satin pillowcases, the satin sheet, the satin. But the worst part, the big satin comforter. It's like trying to pull a puddle of mercury onto yourself. The second, 4 inches of it goes off the edge of the bed, the whole thing goes.
It makes that sound.
It's like the siphon principle. It's just everything flies off the bed.
Look, we're having a cute little discussion about satin sheets, not about the size of a woman's boobs.
Yeah, exactly. This is fun and kids can listen to it.
Right, until we get to the part where the big splooge puddle's in the middle of it.
Which is nice on satin because it slides right off.
You can squeegee your bed clean.
I love when they talk about our show and they basically try to make it out to be a show just about sex.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I just think she has her job.
All right, hold on. I gotta hear Anthony go, you go. Hold on.
You go, girlfriend. What's on your bed?
Satin sheets.
Satin sheets.
Burgundy.
You go. You go. It's like a Ricky Lake. You go. You go, girlfriend.
Anthony, who bought me your satin sheets? It was my baby's father.
My baby's father. He got benefits. I don't care. My man says I look fat in this, but I know I look good.
You're getting your freak on?
I get my Ferrari on. My Ferrari. I'll tell you one thing. They're not as absorbent. You need sheets with a little absorbency because who wants to get up? You just want to wipe off on the sheet. It's my sheet.
It's a slip and slide.
Although it is easier to get them off the bed when you're done. Just nudge and they slide onto the floor.
All right.
Sleep on the floor.
We're never going to get through this stupid piece.
I know.
Some people call it hot talk.
But I love the dirty talk.
Some call it FM talk.
I am traditional. I stand to pee and sit to do the other.
Whatever you call it, it's certainly not your father's talk radio.
My friends, you're a douche.
Hey! People of my generation don't know how to find some old crusty guy on the AM radio.
And floundering FM music stations see this as an opportunity to attract a young audience. In the past 2 years, several major market stations, in a desperate search for ratings, have ditched the tunes for talk.
Beautiful butt.
And the talk is racy and raw at times, in spite of much publicized guidelines for radio that the Federal Communications Commission released last April. The agency is charged with keeping indecent language off the air between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m.
What does not have the right to exist all the time is speech that is indecent or certainly obscene or pornographic.
Private attorney Jay Sekulow has argued in favor of free speech rights 9 times before the Supreme Court. Still, he contends there are limits to what can be broadcast in the name of entertainment.
Pure entertainment, in someone's view, may be obscenity in somebody else's.
This new FM format takes talk to the edge, relying heavily on a new type of talent, young, brash, and unapologetic.
I don't give a rat.
pushing the social and legal boundaries of
Thank
speech.
each other. That rectory should be like a gay bar.
Well, all right.
The rectory should be like a gay bar.
Oh, look at that. You know, almost as good as your Olsen Twins quote in Time Magazine.
Look, I was probably reacting to yet another story of priests molesting boys. Doesn't mean all priests are doing it.
You know what?
I just commented on the rectory being like a gay bar.
No surprise that what ABC did with us.
Yeah.
Very disappointed, though.
Well, of course they call it racy. It's really racy. talk.
Racy.
Meanwhile, on the news every night they show you footage of people being killed by gunshot wounds and murdered children. They should all drop dead.
That's not racy.
No, that's news.
Oh, there's other things in this that are just like ridiculous. When you talk to these old crow women that just do not understand this program and shouldn't be listening to it. You know?
You know what would make me happy? The only thing that would really make this worthwhile is if somebody opened fire in their school and started screaming out, wow, wow, and they were murdering their classmates. Drop dead with your kids. I'm sick of hearing it.
Damn kids, right?
That's all it's about. My kids are home from 7.
It took ABC about 3 months to convince us to do this piece.
Yeah.
And Portia, if I ever see you, I swear to God, I'm going to punch you in the middle of your forehead, you douche. I hope you're proud of yourself.
It's always about, they use the children.
Portia was the executive producer on this piece.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Portia.
Well, how long did she strip before getting into this line of work?
It does sound like a stripper name.
Of course it does. And these are my friends Lexus and...
This whole piece was about going after radio shows like us, Anthony.
Yeah.
And that's not how they, sold it to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a whole thing about the FCC and all that crap.
Yeah, it was supposed to be, hey, we want to do a piece on the Opie and Anthony show.
Well, we knew it wasn't going to be a fluff piece.
Yeah.
We knew there was going to be some tough questions, but they had a whole different agenda. And she lied right to my face, and I hope you could sleep at night with that.
I'm sure they can.
Of course you can. That's all they do.
Despicable things.
And there's a media blackout on a trial. They scream, oh, we have the right to talk about it. We have the right. They cry about freedom of speech and freedom of press.
Right.
When there's a media blackout, but, when it's FCC stuff, you guys can't say what you want. I hope she dies in a bus wreck.
No, even worse?
Oh, does that mean?
Oh, we were able to say what we wanted. They interviewed us for over 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But then they decided what they were going to use for the piece.
The edits are always where they kill you.
We explained the FCC. We explained how we understand the FCC. None of that's in there.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't going to help their little piece about how this type of radio is out of control.
Yeah, it's got to be stopped.
Because of the children.
We explain how we sit down with lawyers on a daily basis to make sure we're within our guidelines. All that crap. They didn't use any of it.
We're not going to sit here and say what we do. A lot of times won't offend people. Of course it will. But offending people isn't against the rules, dick. Who am I talking to? I was just trying. I'm like calling someone a dick and all right, Rocco. I had no idea who I was calling a dick.
You know what it is? Because you're doing it in humor. Whenever it's in humor, people have a problem. When you do an AIDS joke, you're a criminal. Tom Hanks plays an AIDS patient. He gets an Oscar for it. It's disgraceful. You can exploit it, just not with humor.
I guess Portia needs a paycheck that bad.
Oh, God, she should be just diagnosed with something awful.
Hope you're proud of yourself. Nah, I'm with Norton today, man. We knew it wasn't going to be a fluff piece, but they used us.
What is shocking about her? People writing Al Pacino letters, are you really a Cuban drug dealer? No, stupid, it's entertainment.
All right,
people can't separate it.
Let's go back to the piece.
Shocking.
Young, brash, and unapologetic.
Oh, they also promised us that we wouldn't be lumped in with Mandouche in Chicago.
Yeah.
Remember that, Portia? Remember when I said we don't want anything to do with Mancow?
Yeah.
Remember that? And we said if it's going to be a piece where we're featured with Mancow, then go find some other idiots? Oh, yeah, you do remember that.
Portia.
Well, I want to just talk about the kind of radio I do. What the hell is that voice?
He's part of the morning zoo genre. There's nothing innovative with what he's doing. And that's why we didn't want to be lumped. Because he does more fake radio.
Yeah. Well, let's hear the rant.
Young, brash, and unapologetic.
I don't give a rat.
Pushing the social and legal boundaries of speech.
Each other. That rectory should be like a gay bar.
The current it boys of FM talk are the New York-based duo of Opie and Anthony.
We just go on the air and fly by the seat of our pants, and sometimes it's clever and funny, and other times it's downright disgusting and offensive.
There you go. Yeah, but within every guideline. But within our guidelines. The FCC guidelines. What happened to that part?
There's no law against offensive. There is absolutely no law out there that says you can't do something that's tasteless. You can't talk about things that people don't want to hear. There are some guidelines that we have to adhere to, but there's no rules that say you can't talk about something that someone's going to go, oh my God, I don't want to hear that. Sorry. Change the dial is what we say.
They won't change the dial. People want to listen and become obsessively annoyed because it gives them a cause, because they're empty and they should die of brain cancer. People suck. They really are worthless little soccer moms.
And they're trying to get rid of this type of radio. They're trying. They have no idea how many people are really, really enjoying this.
Yeah. Just their little pot bellies and their short hair and their minivans. How great is it when you hear of a minivan just being hit by a drunken, like, dump truck driver and flames killing everyone?
Let me tell you something. That little rant was within the FCC guidelines.
Exactly.
Might offend some people.
Hell yeah.
But who cares? See, we understand the rules.
Yeah, all the moms with their supercut hairdos.
Supercuts.
Short, fat pot bellies.
They're supercuts too. You just got to add an N in there somewhere.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, let's move on here. Here we go.
Opie, a childhood nickname of former rock DJ Greg Hughes, and Anthony Cumia, a former air conditioning duct installer, are 30-something.
A wheelman. I was a second-story man. The former air conditioning ductwork heating AC ventilation guy. You could have just said tin knocker.
Hey, by the way, because I know she's probably listening, I have no problem with Allison Stewart. None whatsoever.
I like the many faces of Allison Stewart. There's the hot Allison Stewart that interviewed us, looking very nice, loose, more like the MTV Allison Stewart we remember. And then there was the school marm Allison Stewart interviewing the FCC woman with the glasses on and the hair pulled back. With her little smart outfit. Still looking hot. Don't get me wrong. But the glasses were on, too. Right. Always looking good.
Hold on, Billy Mack wants in. Billy Mack.
Hey, guys, how are you?
What's up, Billy?
What's up, man?
Billy.
Take major offense to Norton's comment about minivans.
Why the hell are you driving a minivan?
Well, first of all, when the Voya bus happened, I was down there to pick him up with Louis Black. And
in your minivan?
I have
a minivan,
yeah. To Dangerfields. I love you. I don't care what you drive. You're actually probably the guy that would smash into the minivan.
I know you've been in it, and Anthony, I'm not sure if you have, but anyway. But don't be so critical, man.
I just love how they're trying to make the minivans look cool.
Well, you're not a soccer mom either, Billy. That's a different thing.
With the WOW sticker on the back, you know?
Exactly. I can see you committing a felony in the van. I mean, that's why it's okay for you to have it.
All right. Thank you, Billy.
Bye-bye.
I love Billy Mack.
All right, let me, Tim.
What?
Tim Sabian.
What's up? Welcome back.
There he is.
I have to ask you something, but we're in the middle of our little 2020 downtown rant.
Okay.
Are you going to be around in 10 minutes? Okay.
Absolutely.
I went to lunch with Ken today, and I got to ask you if something's true that he was telling me, all right?
Oh, now what?
Is Ken one of your gay friends from the 2020 piece? Our own GM Ken Stevens? No? Okay. I was wondering.
I told Ken I like him, or I would have said it on the air. Can you imagine?
Oh, God.
Wait till we get to that part and we'll explain.
Oh, right.
Oh, is this going to embarrass me?
No, not at all.
No, see, you think it's always about you, Tim. I was just talking about Ken Stevens.
Oh.
It's not always about Tim Sabian and WYSP in Philly.
It's all about YSP in Philly.
All right, we're going to call you in a few minutes, all right?
Okay, guys. All right, thanks. Bye.
All right. Okay, back to the 2020 piece.
Opie, a childhood nickname of former rock DJ Greg Hughes, and Anthony Cumia, a former air conditioning duct installer, are 30-somethings who spend 4 outrageous hours a day male bonding with their audience. Why do these guys like your show? I mean, they have a lot of options.
It's just a bunch of guys hanging out, and, guys can relate to that. That's why they like it. They feel like they're a part of something. Mm-hmm. The Opie and Anthony fraternity, whatever. This is the debauchery, the stuff that they... sometimes a lot of guys we know, they can't go out to strip clubs. They're not allowed. They're not allowed to have a porno movie in their house.
Their show on WNEW in New York is the #1 program with a coveted demographic of men 18 to 49, attracting advertisers selling everything from beer to cars. Opie and Anthony recently made headlines with a lucrative syndication deal that will take them into 19 of the top radio markets. And they didn't get there by just telling the time and temperature.
And you're naked already?
I still got underwear on.
Well, I think you should lose that.
Yeah, you got to take those off to play the game.
It's just delivering the rule.
By the way, did you say debauchery?
Debauchery.
That really bugged me.
Yeah, I bet. Gosh darn it.
Debauchery.
Debauchery.
You don't like debauchery? I thought that was one of the...
Yeah, debauchery.
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 All right.
Sound like a deaf man.
And then
Debauchery. I won't believe I like what I'm hearing on the radio. All I hear is... Deaf people will be bitching about our show.
And then we have the theme song of What's in My Pants. It made national TV.
Hey, guess what's in my pants?
What is the game?
It did. That's nice.
What is the game? Guess what's in my pants?
We get women to call us from their little bedrooms and rub phones on their private area.
This devoted listener, a 24-year-old, called...
Oh, now when they say this devoted listener, it's Lola.
Yeah.
Who came in to get tarred and feathered.
Oh, yeah, they were here for that.
This devoted listener, a 24-year-old calling herself Lola, left any sort of guessing behind when she showed up at the studio to be honeyed and feathered for a game called Mommy, What Would You Do for Backstreet Boys tickets? First the honey.
You gotta turn that fan on and let the feathers go.
And then the feathers. And who did you do this for?
I did it for my little sister so I could get her concert tickets, but I also had a little incentive of my own, like having all my friends hear me do this wacky stunt.
And her friends can see her, too. And so can everyone else, because digital pictures of stunts like this appear immediately on the station's website.
Not anymore.
Wrong. Try again, dumbass.
What do you mean not anymore? What do you mean?
Station got a little freaked out by that comment and, deleted everything.
NEW did?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All stuff within the FCC guidelines that were on the website.
Well, how about
That's
the other
ridiculous.
one? How about Foundry?
FoundryMusic.com.
Still a bastion of smut.
Good.
Yeah,
and then go there. Let NEW's website not have the pictures. Go to Foundry. Good. That's smart.
Well, FoundryMusic.com is an underground website. No real affiliation with this radio show.
No.
So, yeah, go there and see all the debauchery. Or is it debauchery?
Debauchery.
Debauchery?
Debauchery. 3 rights, make a left.
Now, this is the website to have because they can't really control that. It's FoundryMusic.com, FOUNDRY music.com, FoundryMusic.com, FOUNDRY music.com. Hi, Steve. Let's go back to the piece.
It's the kind of stuff, the sensational stuff that people enjoy. Yeah, I get off knowing people.
You what?
I get off knowing men are listening to me.
That was creepy. Don't start that crap.
It's the kind of stuff, the sensational stuff that people enjoy. Yeah, I get off knowing people are looking at their radios in their cars and going, Did I just hear that? Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you get WOW in your car, Gary.
Perhaps the duo's most famous and infamous bit is the WOW promotion.
Well, is it famous or infamous?
Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
It just popped in my head. If ladies would flash while we're stuck in traffic, how much fun could that be?
That's why these men showed up at this sticker stop, so they might be wowed.
Is WOW sexist?
Ugh, I'm so sick of this question.
Sexist?
Is she asking you guys that, or is she asking a victim woman?
No, us. And then she asked a 75-year-old lady that, of course, is going to say it's offensive.
Well, who'd want to see a 75-year-old lady wow?
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
Just,
and I have.
Opie likes it.
Just for the sheer joy of seeing her humiliate herself 2 years before her death. But as far as sexual, arousal, there is none.
God, Norton, you're fired up today. I like
It just annoys me.
I like the fired up Norton.
People are disgraceful.
Is wow sexist. Go to Istanbul and see what sexism's all about.
Yeah, where they wrap their women up and just their eyeballs are popping out and they have to walk behind the guy. That's a little sexist.
Or even the next...
If this show was in Istanbul, we'd have to change the game to...
what's in my veil?
Whip out your elbow.
Yeah. Imagine that. That guy's just going, oh, man, that is lovely.
And they would be turned on just the same. That's the weird part about it. Oh, my God, flesh.
And then, of course, the fun part, the flogging and stoning of the woman that showed her elbow. That whore.
So like the National Organization of Women, they complain about Dice and about this type of stuff, and then Clinton does what he does, and they keep their stupid mouths shut. So they should all drop dead.
Wow, sexist. I was in Greece over the vacation. The women are still very subservient over there in that country.
Good.
He was a hooah.
It should be, right? Yeah, of course. God, at least we're cut.
Is wow sexist?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
We're not forcing anyone to do it. There's just plenty of ladies that are willing to oblige.
Not the founder of this anti-Opie and Anthony website, who filed a complaint with the FCC against the duo.
Filed a complaint.
How old is she?
She was way over.
Was she really old?
Way over.
Oh, she probably has health problems. Nice. How does it feel to have your heart slowing down, you bag of meat? Nice dirt nap is around the corner. That's it. Worry about Opie and Anthony. Take your medication and hug your grandchildren. Disgraceful old crud. I love it when they get beat up by young thugs and their purses are taken and their medication is spilled. How great would that be if a diabetes medication was spilled?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, she is quite the spark plug.
Norton, you're not right, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's why we love you.
They are always just these old women that have no business even knowing about this program. You know what I mean? But they know exactly what people want to watch or listen to. They know what the younger generation wants.
Sure.
The same thing they wanted back in the 30s.
Yeah. Steve, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, Norton.
What's up, man?
Hey, do you have a website or something? I got to know when you're coming to Cleveland.
Dude, I actually have one. These people called Accurate Imaging are doing one for me, and it's going to be up within a few days. I'm just working out a couple of bugs, and there's something I have to do. But thank you, man. It will be up very shortly.
Yeah, he'll go out to Cleveland soon enough.
Hey, this mother effer has got me crying. I'm laughing so hard.
The angry Norton is the best, man.
Oh, my God. He's on a roll today.
Without a doubt. All right, Steve. Thank you.
Later.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
Great.
Look at him. He's looking around like, did I say something?
Well, did we go back a little? All right, here's her comment, I think.
And last month, the FCC initiated an inquiry. Journalism professor Ruth Baird Smith is writing a book on talk radio. She says she's troubled by what she hears on Opie and Anthony's show.
Oh, shut up.
Troubled.
This is a classical station somewhere in the city. Listen to that.
Well, you know what the problem is? She's one of those stupid feminists who decided to keep both names. You understand? They want to keep both names until they get divorced. Then all of a sudden, she'll keep Smith and get half her husband's money. Or hopefully he died.
Right.
If he didn't, and they get divorced. Pig.
They test the limits of the First Amendment very cleverly.
Thank you.
Cleverly.
You bitch.
How great would it be if she had a mastectomy and we could do Whip It Out Wednesday?
She's got that I used to be a man voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the I used to be a man voice. I think.
Baird Smith.
Speaking about used to being a man, holy ass.
That teacher?
The school teacher? We'll get into that a little later.
Well, you could get into it all you like. I'll just look at the picture in the paper.
Wow. All right.
They test the limits of the First Amendment very cleverly. But they test them at the expense of women, blacks, homosexuals, and other minorities.
God, you know what? Yeah, and they enjoy it, you bitch.
She's, again, a typical white liberal who is so apologetic and frightened. She's a little bunny rabbit, and she should put on ears and hop in front of a train and die. Little frightened liberal bunny rabbit. Drop dead, you insincere twat.
You know what? You're absolutely right. It is the liberal, white jackasses that they honestly believe that these people cannot take care of themselves. They believe black people, you can't take care of yourself. You need this white liberal piece of crap there to tell you what's good, what's bad, and to save you, my God, from the likes of radio shows, and gays have to be protected. Women, oh my God, you women out there, National Organization of Women, they're there because you are not smart enough to decide for yourselves what's good for you. And you need protection. You're like the poor little waif being tied to the train tracks.
You know what?
Go away. You're not needed.
You know what? And we could spend time to prove our point here. Yeah, we make gay jokes, minority jokes. Sure, we make fun of women. We make fun of everything. I could get gay guys on the phone right now, black guys on the phone now, Asian guys on the phone right now, and they're fine with it.
Because they know who they are as people. We goof on everything. If you ever see me on stage, the first thing I do is trash my awful body. It's the first thing I should do because I'm in horrible shape, so I make fun of it. All right. Ruth, I hate Ruth Babe. I really hate her. I hate Ruth Baird.
Yeah, that just pisses me off.
Ruth Baird.
Very cleverly. But they test them at the expense of women, blacks, homosexuals, and other minorities.
At least once a day on your show, you drop in something that says, "Hey, faggot."
Well, yeah.
And that's
what guys do.
It's not, "Hey, faggot." You play one of the clips here.
Friggin' fag, you want to make out or something?
See, that's one.
There's the other fun one.
Howdy, faggot.
That's just a great word.
Hey, well, let's just stop having fun with other people's expense. It's got to be fun for everybody. All inclusive.
What is wrong with using the word faggot?
Alex.
Yes.
What's up?
How you doing? Hey, faggot. I wanted to ask Norton what he thinks he knows about feminism. I'm a card-carrying Now member.
Shut up. You are not.
I swear to God, I'm a card-carrying Now member. I've been in studio with you guys. I was there on Halloween. I wear your shirts. I support the show. And I want to know what Norton thinks he knows about feminism.
What I don't like about feminism is that it's become to this perpetual victimization of women instead of the removal of stereotypes like pink is for girls.
Have you ever been, do you know anything about the National Organization? Why don't you come down to Jersey and say that?
Norton said they were, well, people can figure it out.
They've overextended their purpose, dude.
We want to show that we're responsible broadcasters.
Right.
I totally believe that.
Now, they do have actually a certain purpose, like every other organization, and they completely overextend it, and then you can't take them seriously.
You know what? There's extremes in any organization, and you know that.
I agree with you, and I hate them all. I don't like any of the special.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
You know something?
Yes.
Maybe the National Organization of Women had a really good point when they were trying to get the women's right to vote, trying to get women into jobs.
Yes.
You know what?
You're totally right.
What happens when that's done?
Well, there's other issues, like you talked about it yourself. We are working on getting
just to keep the organization going, you come up with other things and start nitpicking at things. Women are completely capable of taking care of themselves, making their own decisions.
Yes.
They don't need now to tell them what they should and shouldn't do.
That's not what Now is about, though.
And Now shouldn't be trying to regulate entertainment.
You're right, and Now doesn't. That is not on our agenda.
It. That bitch wants us gone so bad, and she's doing everything possible to try to get us gone.
I totally agree with you on everything you're talking about.
And what kind of homo are you being in Now?
Well, you met me. You want to tell me what kind of homo I am?
Big bruiser guy, are ya?
And
you
dude,
met
why
me,
is
so
it, dude,
you tell me what kind of homo I am.
Dude, why is it, seriously, like groups like Now, when Dice was really hot in like 1991, selling out arenas, they were protesting the sponsors
Yeah, you're
of the
right.
films.
You're right. And I
yet,
disagree with that.
that's what my problem
Dice
is.
was right on that.
That's what my problem is with that.
I totally agree with you on that, but that's not
Alex.
a major agenda.
Alex, have you banged anyone from Now?
There you go.
No.
That's a reason to get involved.
What's that?
Although they're all pigs.
Dude, if you're getting laid,
there's some good looking
Oh,
ones.
please.
Yeah, you go to the colleges and stuff. I went to...
Alex, answer me this. Do all Now women have to be on top?
I hope so. I like them on top.
I don't mind them on top.
I like them on top. So
I'm just assuming every single one of them has to be on top.
No, I say stay out of that.
All right, Alex. Thanks.
Later.
Peace. Someone's saying we're hold on.
Guy on the...
Brian, what's up?
Yeah, why are you guys sounding so ignorant, man? That lady is not a liberal. She's a conservative. You guys, the liberals, talking the way you want to. You come off sounding stupid.
Well, we're ranting, and you know some of the words get a little mixed up.
No, let me tell you
No, I'm not
something.
mixed up.
You could be conservative in your politics and be liberal in your lifestyle.
Dude, when you start talking like she's talking like they're doing it at the expense of minority groups, that's a really left-wing point of view.
Right.
Whether she's conservative or not, I don't know. I'm only going on the 5-second snippet I heard, but that's a very left-wing thing to say, like, you know, oh, the blacks and gays and they're making fun of them. How conservative could she be?
What do liberals stand for? Liberals stand for being able to speak their mind and say what they please.
They used to.
I'm a liberal. I know what the difference is. You guys don't. You guys act like you don't know what the difference is. And Norton's over there spouting his mouth off like he knows everything.
I'm right, dude. They're obsessed with language and what we say and controlling what comes out of our mouths.
Far left liberals are just as stupid as far right conservatives.
Yeah.
Abso-effing-lutely.
I think you guys.
Oops, he said the F word.
Yeah, I'm not knocking all Democrats. I just don't like people to the far left, and they should be shut.
How'd we get here?
Why is Andy pissed at us? Andy.
Yo.
Hey, man.
What's up, guys? Listen, first of all, I'm a big fan of this show.
Okay.
But I don't want to hear you guys bitching all freaking day about this.
I mean, we're not.
It's the third.
It's one.
Shut up and listen for a minute. This is the third time you did an interview, and you got backstabbed, and you're going to sit there whining like a bunch of bitches.
Well, he's absolutely right. We do. We get screwed every time, and we bitch about it.
Andy, just wait till the O'Reilly factor thing comes out. You're so right. We never learn. We never learn.
What's going to happen next? You're going to lose half your money?
We never learn.
And Black, you got to come up with some better material, my brother.
Who?
If I keep hearing this comedian over there about car crashes, caravans, and cancer, I can't take it no more.
So then get cancer and crash.
Andy, Norton. Andy, you made a good point, but Norton's killing today, man. We can't.
He's pretty funny, but sometimes the same stuff.
All right.
I mean, I don't want to hear about buying a couch next week.
All right, man.
You know what I mean?
Thanks, Andy.
Shout out to ICB, bro.
All right.
ICB, there you go.
What is ICB?
Come on, can we get through the rest of this? We only have about another minute.
At least once a day on your show, you drop in something that says, hey, faggot.
Right, yeah. But this is what guys do. We're just goofballs. Right. It's something. I don't mean anything by it. I got gay friends, you know? They understand it.
There's the line.
Hilarious.
I got gay friends. There you go. I got a couple of them gay friends.
I got a couple of those queer friends.
Got to keep around the homos. Couple of homo friends.
God, I'm so pissed. Next time, if we're lucky enough to do one of these interviews, when instead of saying I got a couple gay friends, or whatever, I'm going to go, yeah, my gay friend Ken Stevens, who who's our boss.
He's our boss, and he is flaming homosexual.
He's okay with it.
Right, he's fine with it.
No way to defend yourself or anything on TV. Like that movie In and Out. But Kevin Kline just says totally sell our own boss down the river.
Yeah, because what's he going to call up ABC and go, no, I'm not gay. You got to get me on the air.
Right. Our big boss, Ken Stevens, we're not really sure if he has the big A, but he has lost a lot of weight, but he's okay with the gay comments.
Right.
God, why didn't we think of that? How funny would that be? All right.
Right, it's something. We don't mean anything by it. I got gay friends, you know? They understand it.
Somebody who's listening to your show might decide to use the word faggot or whore towards a woman or nigger towards a black person.
It's being presented with humor, with love in many cases.
Right.
It's not an angry, it's not a hateful way we're presenting this.
the kind of language on the radio.
Who's this? That's some bitch again, that same one, I think.
Is that the old lady?
You know what it is? It's like when you're hanging with your friends, some of your closest friends, that's when the most offensive language comes out. You call each other the worst things. You're playing poker. You're drinking some beers. You call your friends the worst possible thing.
We've had gay guys on the show calling other gay guys faggots.
You sit there and what do you say? You're playing, let's just say you're playing cards, right? Yeah, the yanny's up, you get the hand out there, one guy bets, and the other guy folds. What do? You turn around and go, bet, you faggot. You're being a faggot. It doesn't mean anything. He's going to start picking up a ball-peen hammer and going out and bashing gay people. No! The goddamn word that, please.
Look, this shows you how babies people are. Look at that guy Alex calling up from the National Organization and how mad people get when you talk about, you come down here and say that to me. Shut your face, stupid. Come down and say that to me. What's wrong with people?
All right, come on, let's get through this.
Sometimes spills into behavior, into our society. And
can't prove that. Show me a study.
Well, you can.
At this time, this type of radio. No, there's not one study that has been made. Of course it's not.
And I'm not saying that they encourage people to do that, but it makes it the norm. Hearing it on the radio makes it the norm.
So many of these hosts make the argument that if you don't like what you hear, you have the power in your hand to turn off the radio.
Right. Yeah.
What does she say to that?
Well, the latest thing is people, that say, well, that's the easy thing to do.
Yeah.
That's just a cop-out when they say, just turn off the radio.
Turn it off.
No, that's what you do. You turn off the radio if you don't like it.
And that's true, but you can't shut it off everywhere. You take the bus.
You can't.
What?
You can't.
You can't. You can't.
You can't
shut it off. I want to yell that in her face. You can't.
You can't shut it off.
And that's true, but you can't shut it off everywhere. You take the bus to New York as a big wow advertisement.
Yeah.
You get in a cab, the cab driver's listening to it. So it's part of the culture.
All right, you know something?
You can tell the cab driver to shut it off, by the way, and he will.
Yeah, and not only that, you're on the bus and all of a sudden you see a big wow sign or something like that, and you can't shut it off because it's just there. How about you're driving down the street and you see some snotty-nosed, filthy homeless person on the side of the street, and that offends you? Yeah, but some people are very offended by that. You can't shut that off. That's just in the air. There are plenty of offensive things that you might see on a billboard that might offend you. How come with radio's easy? You just turn the dial. You shut it off.
How come not complaining about 14-year-old girls posing in Gap ads or whatever their companies are?
Right.
Not that I'm complaining. I mean, I encourage it, but you see that all over Times Square.
Right. That could offend people. Their life is being ruled by an appliance. Nice. It's like a blender. It's a blender. It's got an off button. Could you imagine the blender whirring away in the kitchen and you call up people and go, I can't take this blender noise. You could just turn it off. No, this is making a noise that offends me. It's going, whirr! It has an off button. That's a cop-out. It's driving me crazy. My toaster. It keeps burning my bagels and they get stuck in there and I have to take the knife. And I don't want to. My parents always said don't use the knife in the toaster.
In New York, their presence does seem to be everywhere. Yeah. And Opie and Anthony hope for the same success in cities from Sacramento to Chicago. But hold on. Chicago has its own hot talker.
Man, cow. And that's where this segment ends.
There you go.
Remember, Portia, when you promised that we wouldn't be lumped in with him? There you have it, Anthony.
Yeah, that's our 2020 thing. Fair. Fair.
Like, I agree to a certain degree that you shouldn't have to be offended, but you ever sit next to a fat man on the bus and breathe in his odor? That's offensive.
Right, that can't be turned off.
But when I get up and spit on him, all of a sudden I'm a bad guy.
Let's take a break, man.
So we'll start from the beginning, I guess. We were on the O'Reilly special last night, the corruption of America.
Yes,
the corruption of the youth of America.
It was the corruption
of American children?
Child.
What? Of the American child. Corruption of the American child. Pompous Bill O'Reilly gets out there, and for the next hour, you see more naked women, hear more foul language, and see more violence than anywhere else on television.
And I learned that, there's another website I need to go to, whitehouse.com.
He told everybody, he was telling the children.
That was like the most erotic hour of TV I've seen in years.
And if you're trying to find the White House, don't go to whitehouse.com.
Oh, okay.
You got to go to whitehouse.gov. You go to whitehouse.com, you're going to get porno.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right, Miss Cleo.
You're going to get porno. But he did preface the whole show, Opie, by saying that if you have young children, send them away. Don't let them watch this. But if you have children that you feel are of an age that can watch this, sit with them and discuss.
What a
Shut up.
crock of ass,
It's
you
not
hypocrite.
It's not like you're watching some kind of after-school special or something.
He puts a little thing on the screen that says the following program, blah, 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 just so he could feel good about himself. That he himself, Bill O'Reilly's not corrupting the youth of America.
That show, like every other show on Fox television, is made to sensationalize and titillate, if I may use the word titillate, Opie. And that's what they do over there at Fox. I don't fault them. Try watching their goddamn news. It's hysterical. One after another, they editorialize, they sensationalize everything that happens in the news. And it doesn't stop when they have their shows like the O'Reilly Factor on the Fox News Channel. I mean, it's this guy, and, it's an act. Don't let him fool you. It's an act. It's like he's the upstanding guy. I've heard some pretty wild stories that involve a Bill O'Reilly.
That upstanding guy, if you remember, before the interview said, hey, I would like to come on your program and discuss my latest book. Remember that, Anthony?
Yes.
You do my show, I'll do yours type of thing.
His first book involved stories that were pretty racy, too. You got a couple of pretty racy stories in that first book.
Wait, what?
Exactly, Butters. So, it's an act that he puts on. It's worked very well for him. He's making a lot of money. He's going into radio. I mean, God bless the guy. But don't even try to make it sound like you're some champion for America's youth and you're exposing these things that are detrimental to America's youth. He even said it himself right at the top of the show. He goes, most stories have two sides. This one doesn't. And then you start off that way and try to make it sound like you're going to have a fair and unbiased broadcast by saying there's only one side of the story and it's mine? Jesus Christ. Right when I saw that, I'm like, oh, we're in for some trouble.
And Bill, nice editing, dick.
Yeah. And then when you edit programs, which, it's fine. I don't care. I thought it was fun. I think Bill O'Reilly came off like some guy that's trying to criticize fish for being in water. You know what I mean? We absolutely know what we do on this program. We know what it's about. The people that listen know what it's about. And there is no making excuses for it. I'm not going to sit there and make excuses for it. This is an entertainment program. We entertain millions of people on a daily basis. That's it. Now, Bill, go ahead. Your turn. What's he going to say to try to make us seem stupid or irresponsible or foolish? We know what the show is. We love doing it, and we have an audience that appreciates what we do, and we feel no responsibility, no civic responsibility when we do this show. I do not come here on this program and think, how am I going to make the world a better goddamn place? It ain't happening.
As Dan from Hoboken writes, none on us.
None on us. None on us. More better. More gooder. None gooder. More better. Good on us.
So I tune in Fox a little early because, I want to see, what type of job we're going to do on the special, right?
Yeah.
And then you sit through that very, very erotic story about the wood chipper murders.
The wood chipper murders beforehand.
Oh my God.
The show they had on Fox before the O'Reilly program that was on was fantastic. I loved it. I sat through the whole goddamn thing. It was about murders that took place and how they solved it with forensics.
Yeah.
Fascinating. The guy that killed his wife by bludgeoning her over the head. How many acts of violence were in this scene? Put her in a meat freezer, froze her solid, hacked her up with a chainsaw in manageable pieces, then went over to a river with a wood chipper and shoved her body parts through the chipper, where they were able to identify her from her teeth. And at one point the dentist goes, oh yeah, her head went through the wood chipper. Like, goddamn, this is the best show on television. But where's Bill O'Reilly to say how awful this is? Shut up. Dan from Hoboken. So far this week, Anthony's gotten in trouble for a threesome and the Olsen twins. Too bad it's two separate incidents. We're going to get... Amen, Dan from Hoboken.
We are going to get to the audio. There is some great radio to do today, man.
And my mother thought, maybe this would make up for the Time article. Well, the Time thing you said about the Olsen twins, but, this is national television. Let's see what my boy Anthony says after last week's newspaper debacle.
And I do believe at this point you have an obsession with the Olsen twins.
I do! Who the hell's denying that?
I was holding out, but after last night, you're on your own.
You know something? I'm not going to sit here and deny that.
I'm kind of like Daryl Strawberry's wife.
Hey. Yeah.
There's not much more I could do over here.
I am completely obsessed and fascinated by the Olsen twins.
You told the national audience last night to get their lube.
When I'm sitting watching that TV show, I'm sitting there and I'm on mic telling America to grab the lube and start cranking out a batch.
And make sure it's a good lube, I think he said. I was on my couch. I was leaning forward because, like we said yesterday, we really didn't remember what we said because it was like 7 months ago.
Yeah.
I was biting my fingernails, leaning way over, waiting for the phone to ring because I knew you were watching, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Going, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. When are we going to look stupid this time? But you know what? I got to say it. I think we did all right.
Yeah, it was fun. You know
I think out of everyone, we didn't do too bad at all.
I think we fared fine. And the reason, again, I'll say it's because we were not trying to make excuses for this show. We know what it is. It's entertainment. And there was no backpedaling. It was like, yeah, this is what we do. Do you ever, Opie, on a daily basis, come in here and your primary goal is to make the world a better place? To help the children, to do anything more than make people's drive home better. And if that in some way, shape, or form prevents a murder from happening because some guy goes, I chuckled today, I won't kill today. Hey, fine. That is what I'm thinking when I come in here. And on the other hand, I'm not thinking that a kid is going to listen to this show and turn out all effed up. If it happens, hey, ain't my problem. We're here to entertain our target demo, which isn't children.
And if we weren't here doing this, we'd be doing it in the bar down the street with our friends.
There you go.
They just happen to pay us to do that.
Yeah. They pay you, well, you do it for the money, do you?
Yeah, obviously, Bill.
You are mercenaries. Mercenaries? Never been called that.
How much money did Bill make on his little special last night?
Yeah, that's why it's so hypocritical. The editing, brilliant job, too. At one point, Opie Picasso over here, the artist of the two. You could see some of his works hanging in the Louvre. Do you work in charcoals, Opie? Or pastels?
I'm missing an ear today.
Did you cut it off and send it to a chick?
Yeah.
Opie Van Gogh Hughes.
We're artists. But you notice how it was edited? We're artists.
And then you go on to, they cut and go on to say something about some girl's luscious boobs.
Wow.
Is this your art? That's what it's like. It's like, yes, we're artists. And then they don't show us, maybe sitting here spontaneously volleying back and forth, a news story in a witty fashion. No, they have a clip where it's, he went, luscious boobs. That's art. What is that, watercolor or paint by number?
Right from the beginning, he goes, this is all they're about.
Right. And this is all they're about.
Hey, man, we love the TNA.
We know spinning here.
We know the TNA gets ratings and stuff, but if we were doing that every single day, we wouldn't be as successful.
Just, it's hysterical. The way he said spinning. At the end of the show, when he goes, I'll be back and give a little commentary on this, and won't be spun in any way, shape, or form, Unbiased. Unbiased? He's incapable of unbiased.
Because know what they did? with us and everyone else that appeared on that show, they had their film crews film us ahead of time.
Yeah.
So they could catch us doing some of this crazy stuff.
So then Bill could ask the question knowing he's going to put this clip in
right after our answer.
Yeah. Which is great, whatever.
Thanks, Stephanie. Good job, you twat.
The slot machine. Jared
you
from...
one-armed twat.
Wow, stop!
No, I think this will be a good thing for you guys, really. No, it's going to be an innocent little piece. We come in, we film you a little bit, and Bill will talk to you. No, it's a real good thing. You set us up, you twat.
I enjoyed it.
And I know we were being set up, but you weren't even honest about it.
Jared from Jersey, last night my mom turned it on just quick to see Anthony screaming, "Take your bra off and take it off now," followed by him talking about jacking. She's like, "This is what you listen to?" Yeah, it made it sound like I was saying that.
About me talking about panties.
I know. That was
Which,
my
by the way,
impression, though.
It's a bit that's about 5 years old.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But that was a Vince impression. Take your bra off and take it off now. And the way they show it, it's like I'm just yelling at some woman to take her bra off and take it off now.
Let's go to the phones and talk to Jim. Jim, what's going on? Hey, whoa, hey,
hold on. Something's amiss with the phones.
There you go, Jim. What's up?
Yeah, am I talking to the artist formerly known as Opie and Anthony?
The artist. Opie, do you have a symbol now instead of your name?
I'm working on one.
The artist. Is it going to be Greg the Artist Hughes?
Yeah, my symbol.
Like they do Greg Opie Hughes?
My symbol's going to be...
You can't say that. God damn, thank God I was on the button. What would Bill O'Reilly say? All right, Bill O'Reilly.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye. Let's go to John. Hey, John, you're next on the Opie and Anthony show. What's up?
Hey, first of all, I want to say I had no idea the Olsen twins were that hot until I watched the Bill O'Reilly show.
Yes.
The hottest.
They are hot. I hear how old they are. Second of all, the editing in that was so bad. I want to know, it was obvious that they cut Opie off when he said artist, but I want Opie to finish his thought.
Well, we did it so long ago, but thank God, and we will play it because, I said we are artists, and it was like, we are artists.
Luscious boobs were the next line, I believe.
I think we were going to explain not like other artists, but on a daily basis, we come in here and we create a show.
We did say that. We said that
sometimes it's TNA, sometimes, maybe it's some comedy, sometimes it's something thought-provoking, but in a way, we're artists. We create every day.
Not in a conventional sense, maybe, but when we come in here and we're just having fun even. There's a flow to it, and there's something that comes out of it that is an art.
By the end of the show, we're like, wow, look what we created. Yeah. Another show.
Whether it was good or bad,
our canvas
sucked.
Our canvas is just, it's air.
Right.
Well, you guys followed the Insane Clown Posse, so you did look like a couple of Renaissance men.
Those guys are too much.
Yeah.
When they showed him at the signing at the record store, and they were telling the little kid to smoke drugs, go home and do some kind of drugs.
Yeah, but can I tell you about that?
Great.
I tell you about that? Those guys are a bunch of phonies because, whether you love or hate ICP, I'll tell you exactly what was going on in their minds. Yeah. They knew the film crew was there, and they were going to try to get as outrageous as possible on purpose.
Yeah.
That's all that was about.
All right, guys, you suck.
All right.
And who hasn't asked underage boys if they had pubes yet? Opie asks every time an underage boy calls, it seems.
Not every time. Tom, what's going on?
Better on the air than in a hockey game or something.
Hey, I learned a few things.
Yeah.
I know why Opie gets all the quotes. They're the only ones printable without a kiddie porn investigation. Anthony said yesterday he was going to try to steer the ship into a different direction. He steers like the captain of the Titanic. And Ann handles interviews like he handles his divorce. Deny.
Very good.
Ann did a great job last night.
I wasn't going to just sit there and be bullied by him, first of all, because that's what he does. He tries to bully people into a defensive posture, and once you're being defensive, you wind up coming off looking weak or stupid. And I said it before, we have this show, we know what it is, and we're not going to sit back and defend it to the likes of him. So when he asked if we feel there's any responsibility to the youth of America,
You could sit there and say, is there somewhat? Is there this? How much of it? What do we do? Do we think about? No. I just thought it was best to say no. None responsibility. That's it.
None on us.
There is nothing in my contract that says I have to come in here and make the world a better place and help the children and guide people and be a role model and be like I was saying, a psychiatrist or a psychologist, teacher, daycare, or anything like that. It is not in my deal. We are paid to entertain people, regardless of what kind of consequences people think there are, which, like Opie brought up, have never been proven. It's just that's how we feel, and I think that's how we handled it. And
you mean I made a good point last night?
Absolutely. Dean, what's up?
I'll tell you, the funniest thing is when Bill is talking about we all have to be responsible for these kids, and you have to take on some responsibility, and Anthony just flatly says, none on us, and they cut the whole piece. It was the best.
And then Bill goes, none on us. Like he's disgusted. None on us, indeed.
I thought, none on us. I thought the Beavis and Butthead response was going to be the funniest, but we never got that.
I know.
Well, I guess they saved us that much because they did have some bad video of us.
Yeah, well.
What about my stupid smirk?
Very nice. And just keep in mind, this guy just signed a couple $1 million on his radio deal.
Right.
Of course.
You guys suck.
All right.
The smirk at the tail end of the piece when it's slow motion and End of the Innocence is playing and Opie's smiling and holding up two pictures that had to be cubed out because they're naked women.
Great boob shots.
And they just
from one of our signings.
They freeze it like on one of the monitors that the studio Bill O'Reilly's in, and Bill just looks at it and then turns toward the camera to start his talk, and he's just disgusted. He's got a disgusted face on.
Their parents must be proud.
I was laughing my ass off. It's like, oh no, here's Opie. This is the end of the Innocence. You look like Satan himself. Yeah. You look like Satan holding up these naked pictures. Bill looks at the camera, and he's just disgusted. Beautiful.
All right, you know what? We have to take our first break. When we get back, we're going to play the audio from the piece last night.
Yeah, let's play some of that.
And we'll take more of your phone calls. We barely have gotten into the phone calls. In New York, 877-692-1027. Anywhere else in America that you're hearing us, 866-277-4WOW. Here's a guy, Dave.
Yeah.
First time listener because of O'Reilly.
Am I entering a no-spin zone?
The no spin zone.
See, this is what O'Reilly did for us. He thinks he's going to shut us down. He gave us, I don't know, probably a couple 100,000 new listeners today.
Thank you, Bill O'Reilly.
Thank you, Bill.
He just bought himself a new listener.
Thank you. We'll send him some wine or something for this.
I was wondering if maybe I could get an Oz DVD.
Oz DVD.
We're going to play the Oz game in a little while.
Yeah.
I got a quiz for you if you'd like.
Thanks, Dave. Not a first-time listener. He knows we've been playing the Oz game.
Right.
Yes,
liar.
All right, so we'll play the audio when we get back, all right? You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. That's Andrew WK. There's a buzz on this guy, man. Party hard.
Party hard. Yin yang party hard.
Sorry. Taking the tune in. Gary, what's going on?
Hey, guys, I just wanted to mention about this maggot O'Reilly. Before he got the gig on Fox News and became a legitimate newsman, he was hosting one of those scummy, sleazy tabloid shows. was it Inside Edition or Hard Copy?
Yeah, one of them, I guess.
And they were covering spring break, taking pictures of chicks with thongs and sleazy, scummy. And now he's the voice of morality in America. He works for Fox News, which is evil. The man is a phony. He's a fraud. He's nothing but a Morton Downey Jr. wannabe. That's all he is.
Hey, I didn't think of it that way. That's great.
That's all he is. He has no credibility. And if you're listening, Bill O'Reilly, you suck. Thank you, guys.
You know something? I got no problem with the guy. You know why? Because I know what his deal is. It's an act. It's an act. Why are you going to fault the guy for getting on TV and doing the act he's doing as this upstanding, he's trying to be a moral leader? You know, it's an act. It's not real. He's on TV. It's fake. Don't worry about it.
Gary, what's going on?
How you doing?
All right. Gary?
Speak.
Yeah.
You are on the air. Turn your radio down.
Hello.
Gary, you're on the radio, man.
Yeah, no, I just think that it's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black that they even show that on Fox.
Fox, one of the networks that show...
well, you see half the promos they were running in between the segments?
I know.
That's great. One of the shameless networks on the air, and they're going to talk about corrupting the child.
Yeah, I love Fox, too. I watch that. I watch it all the time.
Love the Fox, and I love the...
Plenty of great shows.
I love the special last night.
Yeah. Nice titillating shows.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
One of the most erotic hours of TV I've seen in, I don't know, some time.
How much internet porn did they show? I swear they were not cubing out some of those nude women on the screen. They would show a girl. For some reason, you can't show her from the back or the front without cubing out at least something. But it seems from the side, you can show a completely naked woman. There was a girl on all fours, stretched out like a cat stretching. It wasn't cubed. Look at going, now where are you going to get this? You're on the O'Reilly Factor.
Well, we've been there because
nudity.
Know what they do in the editing room? They have a censor there going, well, how much of this could we get away with? Right. That's why they were showing you those shots.
Could have cubed everything but the face if they wanted to.
To make their point, they didn't have to show the internet sites, but, you know.
Well,
it's titillating.
When Bill gets on and right from the get-go, he's just talking about sending the children away and don't let your preteens watch this. Don't let them. You know, it makes you think, hey, all right, I'm gonna watch this show.
Well, he's a smart man. He knows what that means. That means any kid under 18 is making sure he's watching that special.
Right.
That's why those stupid stickers on CDs don't work.
What was the
Those
key?
are the CDs that the kids are gobbling up, the ones that, had the parent stickers on them.
It was pretty much an education on how to find some porno on the internet, too. And I would ask Bill O'Reilly how he feels that a child might be watching that show last night and now knows where to get pornography on the internet.
I didn't know.
Thanks to Bill O'Reilly.
I did not know about whitehouse.com. And I want to know more about the 8-year-old that's addicted to porn.
The 8-year-old porn addict.
I guarantee that's going to be a whole different special.
Well,
kids under 10 addicted to porn.
That was Fox.
There it is, whitehouse.com.
Yeah.
And look, Anthony, it's not TV, so it's not cubed out.
Nude chicks.
Know how many kids today saw whitehouse.com, but it was all cubed?
Yeah.
And they waited for their parents to leave the house or maybe go to their pal's house, and now they're like, hey, dude, we got to check out whitehouse.com.
Is that Bill O'Reilly's fault?
And now they're checking it out without the cubing.
The computer's fault? Whitehouse.com's fault? Whose fault is it? Boy, Bill wanted to put none of the blame on the parents, man.
Frank, what's going on?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Well, last night could have been a lot worse. When they played the beginning tape of all the O&A listeners mindlessly chanting O&A like they were at a Nazi rally, I'm like, ooh, this is going to be ugly.
That was pretty funny. But it wasn't like Insane Clown Posse. All our listeners were 20 and above.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Not that whatever, but...
Hey, Frank, you know what the sickest part is?
What's that?
The sickest part? That gathering where everyone was chanting O&A, the most rowdy, out-of-control person that was there was one of the goddamn producers to that friggin' program last night. Stephanie. She was completely hammered.
She had magic marker writing on her thigh with arrows pointing up to her crotch a mere inches away. She got so hammered she started throwing beer at people.
That was the Hooters, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
And then,
she was completely out of control.
And then she took my camera, because somehow she made it up to our office after taping. Took my camera, I'm long gone, and she's taking pictures of her. She snapped a picture of her crotch underneath the desk because she was wearing a skirt, and I swear to you, we laugh at the string that we see hanging out of this picture. Remember, Opie, the string. Where's that picture? It's somewhere.
Is it somewhere? If someone can find it, I want to see that.
I don't feel like getting sued, though.
That one's funny.
So use your imagination.
No, we won't put it up on a site because we would get sued. Right.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
One thing I kept thinking about, they said the same thing 20 years ago when we were listening to Judas Priest and AC/DC.
Well, this argument never goes away.
Right. It's ridiculous. They said the same thing about Elvis. They said the same thing about the Beatles.
It's just as people get older, it's a new generation of older people that are bashing what younger people are doing.
Right.
You know, what they should and shouldn't be listening to. And you know, Bill O'Reilly, there was one thing, and I commented on this, but it was one that they cut out. He talked about how these days, now more than ever, children are more exposed to disturbing and sexual and images that can affect them, and as far as Bill O'Reilly is concerned, does affect them. And I brought up the fact that, you know, back during Vietnam, there was some really nasty death and destruction on TV.
Right.
You know, that was, and that's the stuff that sticks in my head growing up. Not cartoon violence, not comedy shows, not sex that I've seen in movies or sexual innuendo on television or Ronan Martin's laughing in the old days was thought to as being like, oh, horrid. And I was a little kid and I'm standing there watching that. It didn't affect me. What affected me was seeing dead people in Vietnam.
The body bags coming back from Vietnam.
Yep.
As a child, seeing that like on the news was like, oh my God, you know, that affected me.
I remember seeing that when my dad was in Vietnam, so I don't think that affected me.
And I'm sure these days it's affecting children to watch the World Trade Center explode, people fall into the pavement, seeing dead bodies being brought out of the site, more so than listening to this dopey show talking about luscious boobs, as Opie so eloquently put it in his artistic manner.
Listen.
I'm going to get going, guys.
Listen, Mr. Lube. Listen, Mr. Lube.
But that affects children more so, and I think that is a lot more concrete and has been proven more than a dopey comedy show or a dopey band that's talking about sex and drugs and or Marilyn Manson. Wrestling or anyone else they spoke to last night.
Marilyn Manson came across very intelligent last night, by the way. And I think
a smart guy.
Yeah, and I think it shocked Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah. He was expecting probably some guy
doofus
to walk in and be all doofy and, yeah, Satan rules. You know, and the guy comes across as exactly what he is, a very smart businessman, a very smart man as far as marketing himself.
Jeff.
And it kind of pissed O'Reilly off, I think.
Jeff, what's up?
What's up, guys? I just want to know, am I going to have to wait till 5:20 to hear this audio?
No, we're going to play real soon.
All right, man, thanks.
We're just trying to get to it, but there's so many phone calls and instant feedback coming in. It's ridiculous. It seems like we have a huge audience today for some reason.
Fox News.
Fox News, which Bill O'Reilly is part of, loves showing violence, a lot of violence, nasty stuff. They like sensationalizing whatever violence they do show. And I think that affects children more than any comedy or sexual content does. Stop, you know? It's like if you're showing bodies being blown apart on the news and it's real people. These are real people really dying. It's not like a movie or radio show or TV where you're showing a little boobage, talking about a little little lace. Lube, the Olsen twins. The Olsen twins. The Olsen twins, how's that going to negatively affect anybody? Punch their most recent picture up. They're hot.
I give up with you and the Olsen twins. Sean, what's up?
Hey, guys. What kills me is I remember listening to a show about a year ago when somebody from O'Reilly's office was calling up to set this very date up. Yeah. And you guys were like, no, we're never going to come off the right way on television. He's going to blindside us. You saw what he was going to do over a year ago, and yet you still did it, and you let this idiot get away with it.
Sean, can I answer you?
Go ahead.
Very simple. We went on that show last night because we know it helps our radio show. Right.
And
we also knew that we could hold our own. And you know what? I think we held our own last night.
You did come across.
We're absolutely confident enough these days to walk into a studio, his own turf, whatever you want to call it, and let anybody ask us any questions about this radio show, and we will come across honestly and let them know. And when you're honest about what we do, and when we talk to these people and we're honest about it, there's nothing they can do. They can't spin it any way to make us look.
We didn't go on there making excuses.
Well, the editing has a big effect. You got to admit that. They can spin. The guy in Middle America who doesn't know the O&A show, a hardcore listener like myself, they could turn around and say, boy, these guys are really evil.
You know, they could say we're evil. Who cares? But they're not going to be mistaken as to what they're going to get when they tune into this show.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, he just advertised our show for many people that have never heard of us before.
Well, you still suck.
Thank you. And a bunch of those people will become regular listeners of this program. So thank you, Mr. O'Reilly.
Look at Tuttle points out, if you want proof of Fox loving sensationalism, they hired Psycho Mark, for God's sake. He goes, they hired Psycho Mark, for God's sake. Psycho Mark! He prints in capital letters.
I work for Fox and Bill O'Reilly. I'm going to be on his radio show.
Psycho Mark, go into the boss's office and have a couple do anal on the couch. Uh-oh. Bill O'Reilly fired for saying the mayor of Boston's dead.
This guy...
Screw that Abercrombie and Fitch midget.
I'm sure we pissed him off yesterday. Hey, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
What's up, man? I'm going to be attempting to climb Mount Everest in about 2.5 weeks.
Holy ass.
And,
are you really?
I've been training for about 1.5 years on it, yes. And I want to be the first person in the world to put the wow on top of the world.
Dude. Oh, my God.
And I want to do it as a favor to you guys because I love you so much.
Dude, let me tell you, you get that, if you get that done, I don't know.
I need somebody to make something for me that can withstand like the 150-mile-an-hour winds up there. Because it has to be something that I can dig and stake up there because I can't stay up there too long because the oxygen is only 1/4 of what it is on ground.
I read into thin air, man.
Yeah.
Now, aren't you freaked out?
A little bit, but I'm going to be the first asthmatic to climb.
Oh, no. See, he's one of these first guys. That whole being first thing is cute and all, but come on.
Oh, like I said, I've been training a very long time for this.
First woman, first black, then there had to be the first blind guy, the first paraplegic.
Yes.
Are you going to have a special inhaler so it doesn't explode up there? I would think your pressurized inhaler might explode.
Well, up that high, there's nothing that really lives to give you asthma besides the cold, so I have liquid oxygen that can take care of me, so I don't know.
Dave, you're insane.
Yeah, I am,
Who
I'm from Philadelphia, so whatever.
Who are you going with?
I have one friend of mine that's a doctor. He's been training with me. That way he can take care of me and whatnot and look out for my best interest.
And who else?
And my wife.
Any Sherpas going up with you or anything?
Yeah, right. No, I'm going to take my wife with me.
You don't just take your wife to the top of Mount Everest.
Take a doctor and your wife. Don't you have guides and stuff?
You got to find the Sherpas.
Well, there's also another team of guys that have been training. That they're actually making the climb about a week after us. So we're going to meet them on the summit because we're going to be living up there for about 3 weeks at about 28,000 feet. Because our bodies, you have to adjust.
I know the whole story. I have a great book, Into Thin Air, man.
Yes.
And then you're gonna, you just don't go out up Mount Everest. You have to live on different levels of the mountain for weeks at a time.
Yeah,
well, it would be like
take about 2.5 months to do.
Yeah, it's pretty much like walking out on the wing of an airliner.
Yeah.
Up in that's the altitude. Yeah.
Yes.
Dave, when are you doing this?
I am leaving April 9th.
And when will you be back?
I'll be back sometime in early June.
Okay, here's the deal, and our listeners will remember.
Okay.
If we do not get a call from you sometime around June 15th, I know you died.
Okay, well, like I said, it should be published all over the world. So you guys are going to have the biggest ratings ever.
Well, dude, is there any way you can keep in touch with us as long as possible when you get over there?
I can give Stinky my...
No.
It's
not Stinky anymore.
It's Awesome Garrett. Awesome Garrett.
It's awesome.
Awesome Garrett, whoever.
Wait, hold on. You mentioned his
name. Not whoever.
Hold on.
Our Garrett is an awesome Garrett.
It's Awesome Garrett.
Awesome Garrett. I like
Yes.
And I think Awesome Garrett is going to punch someone in the face.
Yeah, Awesome Garrett's very pissed off at this.
He's not happy about his new name. He's
I was
awesome.
wondering if I can invite Jim Norton to come with me.
Yeah, he'll go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm freezing.
Well, his
This
house
sucks.
is pretty.
Yeah,
his
this
house has
sucks.
more danger than the mountain does itself.
He's paranoid to leave his apartment, but he'll go climb Mount Everest. Yeah, okay. Hey, you should call us.
Okay. Well, I can actually call you from the top of the world. There's a special satellite phone.
Yeah, call us from like base camp or something.
Okay.
All right, hold on the line, all right?
All right, man.
There goes Dave. You got WOW stickers, right?
I got stickers. Need somebody to make a sign.
Whatever, even if you just write WOW on something.
Oh, absolutely. I want something that's going to stay there.
Yeah, and then we need a picture of you with the WOW on top of Everest.
It's not like you have a bunch of Indians from India climbing the mountain and just grabbing your stuff and stealing it, you know?
That could be the greatest display of WOW ever.
Ever.
Oh, it's
like the rarest.
Unless we're going to the moon again.
Well, that would be good. Imagine an astronaut calls us up, dude, I'm going to the moon and I want a WOW.
You know, that brings up a good point. What is the most awesome display of WOW so far? Now, we got a few. We had the girl that flashed on the Today Show Live for us with the WOW sticker.
That was pretty awesome. As awesome as Garrett.
Hold on.
Our Garrett is an awesome Garrett.
Awesome.
But then we had the WOW stickers on the bombs that we dropped over Afghanistan.
You know something? Great display of WOW.
And then the WOW on what, the F-14s?
The refuelers.
Oh, the refuelers over there, over Afghanistan. So.
Oh, my God, would that be great? Everest.
Hey, that'd be actually a good sight for me to see from the top of the mountain if the United States would just do me a favor and kind of nuke Afghanistan.
While you're up there?
Top of the mountain.
God, that would be an amazing sight.
Well, Dave, keep in touch.
I sure will, guys.
And let us know how it goes. And
I'm definitely doing it.
Yeah, call us before you leave, you know. We'll kind of...
All right, yeah, great.
We'll follow your progress.
All right, yeah. Like I said, I'm having a camera crew going up with me also, so
cool.
They're not my personal crew, but they want to go up with me and film the whole thing.
Cool. Good luck to you, man.
Yes, man. Thank you.
All right.
You guys rule.
Thanks, Dave.
Later.
Bye.
Because Dave going to scale Everest.
He wants to put a WOW sticker on the top of the mountain.
That would be the coolest thing.
And WOW on the job, of course.
I think the personally for me, the WOW sticker on a bomb that was dropped in Afghanistan is probably my favorite display of a WOW.
So far?
So far, yeah. You got to I mean, just picture the thing being released, falling, as it's just plummeting to a target. There's that bright WOW right there. I love it.
You know, me being an artist, I like the WOW on the luscious boobs.
Do you?
Outside the Today Show.
You being your artist, self that you are.
Yeah. All right. When we get... No one believes me. When we get back, we're going to play the audio from the Bill O'Reilly special.
Just shut up, because no, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Opie Anthony.
Their psychosis is all real. This is not an act.
Ponderous. Effing ponderous. The Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show today?
Yes.
By the way, on the show today, we're going to play the third version of the Oz game.
Oz. We have a box set of the whole first season.
Yeah.
Giving them away.
And we might have a surprise for Earl today. Earl's not going home early, is he? Make sure he doesn't go home early.
I had to give Earl my credit card for Who tickets. I hope he didn't write the number down. He's going to buy himself a Popeye's fried chicken franchise or something, and I'll be out, what? Oh, I don't have it. Oh, there it is.
Jacqueline, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
What's it called? You know, the way that thing was edited, remember the Simpsons episode when Homer was prosecuted for sexual harassment?
Kill girls.
Remember the luscious, candy. Remember that?
Yeah. Edited all
really
of his
funny.
words.
The media does that all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Cool.
What's it called? You guys want to hear something funny? My boyfriend makes me do it for all his friends.
Uh-oh.
Ready? Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait. You can't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't say that. That sounded pretty hot, though.
Yeah. Well, wait, can I ask you that? Because you do a little moaning thing and then say, put it in the balloon knot, but you say the other word for it. Let's just keep it at that. But you do that. Your boyfriend makes you do it for his friends, and everyone laughs?
Huh?
And everyone laughs?
Yeah, it's just a funny thing that we do. Like, he'll call me and he'll put me on speakerphone at his job and make me do it for all his friends.
Wow, that seems a little odd.
He really respects you, huh?
That seems a little weird, doesn't it?
No, it's just jokes. Just jokes.
Yeah. It's a goof. You should call back for the, maybe the fake O or something.
Oh, okay.
And then you can do it for 18 cities today.
All right.
All right?
I can see the boyfriend. I can see the boyfriend. Hey, I got something funny to do. F my friends.
Why not? It's just funny.
It's fun. It's
fun stuff.
No,
they'll enjoy. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right, later, guys.
Bye. All right, so we were on the special last night, and we got to play our segment. Because now it's time to have some fun.
Bill O'Reilly.
The corruption of the American child when their parents aren't home and they're working 2 jobs or something like that. Or
He didn't really describe the child as much in this show as he did when we were doing the interview. Let's say there's a child. His parents aren't home. He's unsupervised. He gets home and he's turning on your show. Don't you feel some responsibility to... No. None on us, Bill. None on us. None on us. Nonage of this on us. They run around Greco-Roman wrestling. None on us. Pleasure to say none on us.
None on us. Na-na-na-na.
Na-na-na-us. Na-na-na-us. None. None on us.
None on us. All right. Hold on, John. I see you got an itchy finger over there. And you're trusting him?
Uh-oh. Dude, this is
he is so excited.
I predict this will end in catastrophe. This will end with Opie throwing something at John's head.
John, you think you can handle this job?
I think so, yeah. Why don't we describe what John's job is going to be during this segment so that if it screws up, everyone will know it was John.
All right, go ahead, Ed.
What is the job?
Well, the problem is...
I don't know. That must be in the 30 million extra part that you have to know.
Well, no. The machine that the Bill O'Reilly thing is on that we're about to play for everyone and stop many times so we could goof on ourselves is not nearby. It's way over there. So we need someone else to push play. And then push pause when we want to comment. And then push play again. And then when we want to comment, push pause.
So now if you
So he's got to be quick on his feet.
And if you mistakenly hit stop instead of pause, it goes right to the beginning of the bit again instead of... taking up where we left off.
That's right.
So that's another little tricky little part of that, John, old boy.
Rick, what do we do to you today? Wait, what are you doing?
Nothing, man.
Let me just say, Rick was drinking at noon today. Rick was slamming beers down at noon today for some reason. I said, I saw him drinking a beer, and I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, stressed out.
Why are you stressed?
Stressed out. There's a lot of stuff to do for the show, man.
We're a popular show now. We finally figured out that we can't just call it in every day anymore.
We still try every so often.
People are starting to take notice. We just can't call it in. That worked when we were just in New York, man. All right. So, John, you ready?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Right?
All right. Now, what kind of signals are we getting? You know what?
Oh, boy.
So, John, if I go like this, that means you have to hit pause, okay? Pause. And then when I go like this... That means start playing. No, you don't like this?
Too many. Look at his face. He's already freaking out.
You all right with that?
I'm cool.
And you got better signs? Because Ed's going to have his own signs.
No. I'm done with this because I have no faith in him. So I'm not even going to try.
All right, we were on the Bill O'Reilly special last night.
Okay, this.
Oh, my God.
And then I do this.
Why can't Ben do it?
Then I go...
Ben, why can't you do it?
I'll do it. John's all dressed nice, maybe.
You know, dude, if
John's attire.
If you don't let him do it, he's going to be really heartbroken.
Oh, my God.
He's going on a date tonight. His mind is somewhere else.
He's getting pulled out like that dink on the Diamondbacks. Before he screws up. Oh, my God.
All right, Ben. Get out of my line of sight. No, let John do it.
Go ahead. Yeah, you know why? Because he's going to have... You know, John has done some little screwy things in the past, but we can all bring it right back to the Brady Bunch episode with Greg working for his dad. He lost the plans because he was hanging out at the magazine stand. But then his dad gave him another chance, Opie, and what did he do? He screwed up again.
That's right. It'll be back to coffee for you, John.
Oh, John, this is your big chance.
All right.
Don't blow this.
So here's our part of the special.
Oh, John's an incompetent John.
All right, John, look, here I go with the play set. Yeah, there you go.
The average American child watches 25 hours of TV every week. And what are they doing when the set is off? Well, the radio could be on.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony are the latest shock jocks to hit it big.
Yes, it's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Broadcasting on stations in the late afternoon.
If there's a wow on your vehicle, they see the wow, pull up next to you, and flash you their beautiful breasts. Ah.
John, I was itching my forehead. You idiot. No, leave it there then. Oh, Jesus. He's in panic mode over there. He doesn't know. He doesn't know when to hit pause now. His face is all red. You see the intense look in his face? Stupid. All right. Well, I just want to thank Bill O'Reilly for promoting WOW for us.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
There's a lot of people that didn't know what WOW was, and now they do. All right, go ahead, John.
They are heavily into one thing.
Hey, what color panties you wearing?
Take your bra off and take it off now. In one of the articles I read, you had an interesting phrase, cringe radio.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What's cringe radio?
We like to make people cringe.
That's a good answer.
Good answer. Good one.
And he didn't even let us elaborate on that, which we did.
Hold on. We elaborated on everything.
That's what I mean.
And then they just used 5 or 6 seconds.
They edited it out.
Right.
We were saying cringe radio is that moment where you're sitting in your vehicle, you're at home, you're at work, and we do something on this show that makes you want to turn the goddamn radio off, but you can't. It's that cringe, embarrassing, you don't want anyone else in the vehicle with you to look at you. It's a very embarrassing moment. Much like I felt when the newspaper came out last week. That sums it up. That helps anybody out there.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you're driving on the highway and you see that car accident on the side of the road. You got to look, right? We like pushing buttons. We like getting reactions.
All right, but
here you go. Getting reactions. That's what it's about. Doesn't have to always be a huddler. About getting reaction.
John, now you got to rewind a little bit because
oh no,
because Bill was saying something when you stopped in the middle of that.
All right, can I go back?
Oh God,
No,
go back just a little bit. You know where you're going?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Little bit. He's queuing it up.
That's a good cue up. All right, we continue.
All right, but if I remember correctly, one of you, I don't know which one, said, then you can pull out your business and while you were talking about the Olsen girls. Guys, pull your junk out right now.
Hold on.
Yeah, all right. Which one was that? I'm not sure that was me. Was it, Opie? With my obsession, my sick obsession with the Olsen twins?
You are a kid toucher.
Yes.
Look, it's not like I watched that old show when they were little children. You punch up their latest picture, and they are fine young women.
And it's enough with the Olsen twins.
I know.
It got you in trouble with the Time article, and now it's getting you in trouble on network TV.
You know, I am never again talking about them.
All right, can you back up to Bill O'Reilly's thing again? Do you remember where that was? All right, go ahead.
I am all right.
You got it? Okay. All right, Ann, here it is. This is what Ann said to a national audience last night.
While you were talking about the Olsen girls. Guys, pull your junk out right now before you picture this in your head. Get some lube, whatever you want to use to crank out a batch. I remember one day when Mary Kate was doing a real important scene when she's feeling really overwhelmed,
and she's crying and drinking a beer in the shower because she's so stressed out. I just wanted to get in the shower with her and hug her like we do at home sometimes.
Thank you. Do you see what I'm...
Now, they were trying to make that sound like it was me with a fantasy. That was something we were reading. I believe it was from The Onion. About how one of the girls were a little upset and how they would take showers together. They comfort each other. When they were upset. When they've had bad days. When I was reading, it was a fake news story. And as I read Bill decided not to tell anyone that. Right. He made it sound like I was saying this is what I want to do.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Is that you present it as innocent, but I'm not so sure it is.
To our listeners, it's definitely innocent. Definitely. To our faithful listeners, they know we're joking.
Is there anything you won't do for ratings?
We were going to do lesbian for a day on Friday. I think we're still doing it, and you were going to join the fray, and there was going to be like a threesome thing happening. Ladies that had the fantasy but haven't done it yet, we set them up with another lady, and they go at it.
Wow. On your show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's all about money. That's what it comes down to. Because you're mercenaries. I mean, aren't you mercenaries? Am I wrong?
No, we go out and we want to do a good show every day.
Yeah. For the reason of...
Not money. Just what? We're artists, too.
And you'll see Becky's luscious boobs. There it is. Listen to that jump edit. There's a great edit right there. We're artists. We're artists in the sense that it's not all about the money. Yeah, money's kind of cool. That's a cool thing, but that's not our first thought when we put the show together every day. Certainly isn't when you're... I walk down the hall and go, wow, we did a good show today, or, oh, that stunk, and you get, you're either real happy or you're real depressed, You get bummed out if the show didn't go well that day. Mm-hmm. I'm not sitting there going, oh, there's another, few thousand for the bank account. You didn't let us explain that. Well, he's Bill O'Reilly. Did you go back there, John? I think so. Oh, no.
That's just, money.
Well, yep.
Not money. Just what? We're artists, too.
And you'll see Becky's luscious boobs.
You're artists. We like what we do. And when we come off of a great show that we feel we did a great show that day, we're feeling good about it. Right. We're not checking our bank accounts.
But in general, corrupting society or doing something to a kid that might throw the kid into turmoil... Do you
have any proof that we're corrupting?
I have no proof.
And the proof that entertainment itself, certain types of entertainment, are troubling this poor child you speak of, this child that isn't watched and isn't supervised. Is that our problem? Is that entertainment's problem?
Isn't it everybody's problem?
It turns out to be everyone's problem, but it's not our job to fix it. We're there entertaining people. We're entertainers. We're not psychologists. We're not doctors. We're not daycare workers.
Last question. Do you ever feel that the younger part of your audience, again, 12, 14, may want to imitate you, not really understanding that you're highly paid professional entertainers?
The parents should do their job, parent, let them know the rights and wrongs, let them know what's appropriate, what's not, in what circumstance it is appropriate.
So it's all on the parents, none on you.
It should be. No, you know something? None on us. Right.
None on us. That seems to be the prevailing philosophy among artists pushing their wares on American kids.
None on us. None on us. None on us. What a battle cry. None on us. Yo, toe. Yo, toe, none on us. Big yellow ones, none on us. None on us. Codeine Bob checking in. Hey, Bob, what's up?
Yeah, hi, guys. Hey, Anthony, pleasure. Opium, always a pleasure. Listen, no matter what O'Reilly said last night, no matter how he tried to box you in corners, say things that you guys almost didn't say, you still came out to prove to yourself to be the professional goofballs that you always were and always will be.
Professional thank you, sir.
No problem.
I'm a professional goofball. That's a compliment.
Yeah, Opie, listen, I saw you last night in Ron and Fez in the green room last night. You chatted with me. You're a great guy. I'm sorry I didn't see you, Anthony. I guess you were out with the Olsen twins, huh?
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Bob.
Take care.
Bye.
Cutting into valuable EverQuest, huh?
Yes. Tom, what's going on?
What's happening? How you guys doing?
How you guys doing? What's going on, Tom?
Hey, Ed, thanks a lot for putting so much pressure on me, man. I'm a parent.
Well, do your goddamn job.
Boys in 4 and 2, man. I got more pressure than the guy running the tape right now.
Oh, poor child.
You know what I mean? But let me just say this, and I mean, I kind of really do take a stand on this deal. Not with you guys at all.
When you can stand, Tom.
When I can stand, yeah. You guys like to bust my chops. Who's Burrell? Would I get along with that guy?
Oh, Scott Farrell?
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd like him. Me and him could go out and have a couple of cold ones.
Hey, dude, why is your website out of order?
You know why, you a-hole.
It's out of order.
They crashed it. Is it really out of order completely?
I can't get on there to see your lovely wife.
I'll get her on there. But listen, people are such hypocrites. A lot of times, you know, I mean, that person that was with the American Family Association got indicted on molesting a 14-year-old girl and stuff. I mean, I really don't think it's talk radio, TV, or whatever. It's society. That's just the way it is. And I mean, unless you're going to put your kid in a bubble, you know, it's
that
just...
sounds like fun.
I mean...
Big old...
I'm trying to be serious, dude. Can you take me serious for 1 second?
I tried that once. Everyone laughed.
All right. But it really is. And then, I mean, look, I got 2 boys, 4 and 2, and I'm going to try to be a good parent. Not going to be an a-hole, shield them from everything.
Right.
I would like them to learn from my mistakes. And Lord knows I've made quite a few, huh?
Learning from your mistakes, they're going to be Einstein.
There you go, baby.
You
there you go.
Rube.
And hey, one more thing, Opie.
You drink Kitty Bitty?
Opie, one more thing.
What's up, redneck?
See, I knew he was going there.
Of course.
Take it easy over there, all right? You're on the phone, all right?
Yes. Tony, what's going on?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Tony.
Everybody's trying to pull the Norton. Now that's what that's known as.
The Norton.
Yeah.
Dude, it reminded me of friggin' Rob Reiner interviewing Spinal Tap. I was waiting for Opie to go, but these go to 11, Bill.
We did some of that stuff, but they decided not to.
Dude, that guy's a dick.
Isn't that,
guys rule.
Isn't that funny? It was like the Spinal Tap thing.
Hey, Carl.
No, it's sexy.
What's up, Carl?
It's not
Yo,
sexy.
you guys don't see that Bill O'Reilly's on your side on this?
Oh, really?
I kind of said that in the back office. I was thinking, you know, we didn't come across that bad. I think some of the other people came across bad.
Well,
I was thinking, you know, maybe O'Reilly kind of used us for some free publicity because here we are, you know, talking about his special for the last couple of days to 18 cities, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I think the point of the whole show at the end, if you watch the last 10 minutes, was that he basically said, you know, here are a bunch of entertainers. They all say it's parents' fault. And then I think that, you know, the basic argument that he's trying to make is the government, because of the taxes and everything else and blah, 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 it's conservative philosophy, makes parents have to work so much that they can't watch their kids. And I think he's trying to be subtle about it, but I think that's what he's trying to get across here.
Well, but he didn't have to show me smirking.
Well, he had some fun with you guys.
That was funny.
He had some fun with you guys, but you guys deserve it because you're a couple of jerks.
Yeah, we know that. All right, Carl.
All right.
Bye. All right, enough on that, right?
You can stop sending me Olsen Twins pictures, you tools.
Look, this was a question that Bill O'Reilly asked us, Ant. That didn't make the special last night.
You like movies about gladiators.
I don't remember that one. Really?
Oh, Frenchie.
Everyone's corrupted.
Frenchie!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Tom left.
Yeah, I know. I'm with Billy Mac right here. What's up? Hey, how you doing?
Oh, they're both drinking then, right?
Frenchie, what do you have to say about Bill O'Reilly?
He's a big fat jerk-off. That's what he is. A fatso bastard. He deserves to die, that scumbag.
He's not fat, though,
He's not
Frenchie.
fat, bro.
Well, there's a whole bastard, right? And I like the Olsen twins. I'll do them both, those 2 little bitches. Those 2 little sea-stalkers. That's what they are. 2 little whores.
All right.
All running around like a little bitches.
All right, Frenchie.
All right, take it easy.
All right, bye.
Frenchie's,
he's trashed.
Frenchie's pedaling down 3rd Avenue in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn with his bicycle with a basket on the front with a red wine and French bread sticking out of a bag with his beret, smoking his stinky French cigarette. Oh,
screw you, whore. 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 Screw you, whore.
Oh, we only got a few minutes left to get people laughing. Because it's only 20 minutes. We only got 20 minutes to get people laughing. As per the man behind this picture, the scene.
No, he's the brains of
the brains
the operation.
behind the operation. Rick Delgado, the producer, the head producer of the Opie and Anthony show. You saw the Fox News report here in New York last night. Here he comes. Everyone just bow. The head producer is here.
The brains, I believe they said.
Rick, what is this now? We got, 22 minutes? 12 minutes. 12 minutes left for the people to start laughing, or else what? They what?
It's not their radio station.
Then turn the station.
It's not. What is it, Rick?
Win a toaster.
Rick, what was the quote? What was the quote?
What was the quote, Rick? What was the blatant contradiction of what I said in just the scene right before that?
Oh, Anthony, I believe I have it right here.
Oh, do you?
When you say Opie and Anthony show, everybody thinks sex. No. Listen to the show, and if you're not laughing within the first 20 minutes, then maybe you've got the wrong station.
Oh! You got the wrong station.
Jim Norton in the studio.
Norton, holy smoke. There's Fox. Give it up for Fox. They showed a girl squatting right on Norton.
Yeah, we did not see your face on Fox.
No,
as you shouldn't have.
Here's audio from Norton.
I'm going to guess cabbage.
Got to give Fox a lot of credit. They're showing fat chicks all pixelated.
They're barely pixelated.
Yeah.
Just somebody on the message board was saying that. Oh, my God. Fox rules. Big fat tease on the channel. Big fat tease.
All right. If you're just tuning in, the 10 o'clock news that aired about 2:40 in the morning last night because of the Yankees and the Phillies did a little feature on us. About a 5 or 6 minute feature on the Opie and Anthony show. And we have the audio now. Patricia Wu. Man, she looked really hot on TV.
It was great.
I didn't even recognize her. It's like a different woman.
Really? You didn't think she was hot when she was here?
No, I thought she was hot, but she's even hotter on TV. Tim, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Thank you, Opie.
Why?
I'm getting ready to watch the piece last night. I'm telling my wife about it. She's telling me how she hates you guys. You guys come on the TV. She goes, oh, Opie's so cute. He's so hot.
Oh, the
Guess
surfer.
what? I knocked it down 3 ways last night. Thank you very much.
All right, Tim, thanks.
All right.
Bye. Equal time. Chris on line 2 said I look like a Backstreet Boy. All right, you want to play the audio, Ant, finally?
All right, let's get to it. I can't wait for Rick's clip in its entirety.
If anyone needs the piece to stop, just raise your hand and we'll stop it, okay? That's how we'll play
Rick's going to stop it right before his part.
This is the Fox 5 10 o'clock news.
Some people call Opie and Anthony vile and obscene, but people sure are listening.
And, John, their hugely popular radio show is not just in New York anymore. Patricia Wu has more with a behind-the-scenes look. Patricia.
That's right, Rosanna. The guys just signed a new contract, and that means...
No, we haven't. And Ken's sweating his ass off. We didn't sign anything.
That's a lie.
Poor Ken.
Outside the
I know, he's thinking out. He's got that huge pen.
He's just waiting for us to break again so he can run in with the big pen. All right.
contract, and that means the Opie and Anthony virus is sweeping the country. New cities are tuning in just about every day.
And welcome to the Opie and Anthony show for today. We have Fox News in the studio today, Anthony.
That's right.
A little piece on,
I did say it.
That's right.
Fox News. That's right, Opie. That's right. What he said.
The show for today. We have Fox News in the studio today, Anthony.
That's right.
Doing a little piece on the radio show.
In-depth expose on the Opie and Anthony show.
That's right. We took our cameras behind the scenes to reveal the truth about Opie and Anthony. What we found will shock you.
Wait a minute. What we found will shock you. 3-year-olds hacked up in dumpsters. Yeah. That's shocking.
How could you shock her? She was a sniper in downtown Saigon.
Oh, yes, man. She was really nice to us.
She really was.
She just looked like the lady who got shot, so I had to say it.
Wasn't that a great clip, Tom?
Oh, phenomenal.
Sure.
in-depth expose on the Opie and Anthony show.
That's right. We took our cameras behind the scenes to reveal the truth about Opie and Anthony. What we found will shock you. Well, it shocked me. Wrestling.
Unzipping.
Stripping. Cat fighting. It's all in a day's work for Opie and Anthony.
We're going to get the girls in some nice outfits, and the girl that gets her clothes ripped off first loses.
It's no wonder the Opie and Anthony show is tops in its time slot. The afternoon radio show on WNEW-FM has a huge following, and it's growing.
It's a show you can't just tune in on day one and really get a hang of it. It's like a soap opera. You know, after a week, you're like, all right, I know what's going on now. I kind of got a gist of it. And it kind of sucks you in.
The man behind the scenes, head producer Rick Delgado, says this show is as funny as it gets.
When you say Opie and Anthony show, everybody thinks sex, sex, sex. No. Listen to the show, and if you're not laughing within the first 20 minutes, then maybe you've got the wrong station. I don't know.
Right after I say it might take a little while.
It's going to take a while.
20 minutes.
If you're not laughing in 20 minutes, give me 20 minutes on the clock. Give me 20 minutes on the clock. If you're not hysterical, wetting your pants laughing, then I got it. You got the wrong station or something. We'll even let you laugh on Flex Laugh. Half your laugh now, half your laugh in 20 minutes. And a toaster and a rookie card.
Goddamn, Rick. Totally, just blatantly contradicted what I said.
But I said mine first.
I said it first.
We had a chance to look intelligent, and we just effed it all up.
Retard now.
Like idiots.
Oh.
And you know, guys,
this is a Gem Min 10 program. Gem Min 10 program, people. Gem Min 10. Gem Min 10. You've got to be laughing your ass off in 20 minutes. 20 minutes on the clock. If not in 20 minutes, start your own radio show. Get your own equipment, do your own goddamn show. 20 minutes.
That was great.
A bit of advice. If you have a wow sticker and nobody wows you within the first 20 minutes, I don't know, maybe you're in front of the wrong breast cancer research center.
The first 20 minutes. That's going to go down in history as one of the best lines on our show.
20 minutes.
Man, Rick, 20 minutes you gave us. That's
20 minutes?
We don't even wake up until 4:15 on the show.
Jesus, man.
First hour always blows. We all know that.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Damn.
You got to be laughing.
When you say Opie and Anthony show, everybody thinks sex, sex, sex. No. Listen to the show, and if you're not laughing within the first 20 minutes, then maybe you've got the wrong station.
Shut up, dummy. Shut up, dummy.
And then he goes, I don't know.
Shut up, dummy.
That's the best I can come up with right now.
I don't know. Then it's the wrong station.
If you're not laughing in the first 20 minutes, well, then by golly, give it 20 more.
And this is right on the heels of me going, this show is like a soap opera, you know? There's a few characters. Oh, you got that clip?
Yeah, this is what's so funny about the piece last night. Yes, Rick's quote came right after this quote from Anthony.
It's a show you can't just tune in on day one and really get a hang of it. It's like a soap opera. You know, after a week, you're like, all right, I know what's going on now. I kind of got a gist of it. And it kind of sucks you in.
All right, so I'm saying soap opera. It takes a little while to get a running start going, kind of identify with some of the people here on the show. Right. And that's what I was saying. And then right after that.
When you say Opie and Anthony show, everybody thinks sex, sex, sex. No. Listen to the show, and if you're not laughing within the first 20 minutes...
20 minutes!
Then
what, Rick?
Then
what?
Maybe you've got the wrong station.
Totally contradicting each other.
Totally contradicting me.
We're a bunch of morons.
Black and white, that contradiction.
We don't know what we want to tell New York.
Lizzie Grubman should have backed into you for saying that.
Last 20 minutes then, isn't it?
And pretty much lowering the bar and saying, look, you know, especially for the new cities, it takes time. You need to, hang with the show for a couple of weeks.
A couple of inside jokes that you got to get to know the personality of the people to really appreciate the show at its fullest. But 20 minutes a week, whatever, somewhere in there. Let's leave it open. 20 minutes or like 2 years. Just something.
Oh, and the listeners just want us.
They're chomping at the bit to rip Rick apart. Someone says we're going to have to, Ernio says, forget, this is legal, isn't it? Rick's new catchphrase. Then maybe you got the wrong station.
I was so proud, too, because it's like, yeah, man, that's a great soundbite, you know?
I came out of the box. I was funny.
Oh, yeah.
You start off great.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, I know what I wanted to say was the word retard, and you can't say that on TV.
You can say you're a retard. Sure you can.
But then you can't.
You know what's really funny is that Opie and I, we did the interview, so we knew what we were going to say. I mean, we remembered doing it, and they'd show a clip, and we're like, okay, I remember saying this. Your clip, we never saw. We weren't in there when you were doing it, so we had no clue what they asked you or what you said. So when you pop up on the screen, I'm like, oh, no. Oh, what's he going to say?
And this is the Beaver Cleaver house. Looks like a regular house in the front, but that's a facade. A facade, of course, means false front. As we go along here, the rest of the Universal Studio tours, my name's Mad Max, and I'll be your guide here at Universal Studios, and I'll throw something at Anthony.
Ow. You dick.
5 minutes.
You could have just went back. They could have retaped it. It's not 1907 where it's all live. I mean, they could have just
they could have cut away when he was thinking. But they decided that
let him hang out there.
That uncomfortable pause was a lot of fun to check out, so they kept it in there.
Not laughing after 20 minutes, then
I don't know.
Then that thing that you do when you're not laughing.
Then I guess you're not going to laugh.
You're not laughing after 20 minutes. Maybe your mother should die of cancer.
All right. Back to the piece, Anthony, all right?
All right.
The guys say their fans are the coolest, and they love the attention.
You know, they come up, they say, love the show, or, geez, that show you did the other day was great, or disgusting, or, you know, they just comment on what we've been doing.
Yeah, we get recognized every day. It's really cool, I gotta admit. I laugh when celebrities are like, oh, it's such a hassle to be recognized or ask for an autograph or a picture. I mean, we love it.
They say their audience is...
What are you saying there? Are you saying you're a celebrity?
Yeah.
No. But
that's what he was saying.
No, come on, didn't it come across like that?
You know, certain icons really don't like to be bothered.
You know, when you're a legend, you know... Opie.
You know what, though? I was walking down the sidewalk with Ben getting lunch.
Strutting like in Saturday Night Fever.
That's just like we did in the beginning of the piece. And, you know, one of our listeners said hi, and I'm like, oh, my God, I just had that whole speech on TV last night. I better make it look really cool.
And you really didn't. You really did.
Did he blow him off?
No, I did not. I will not accept that, because we did not do that. I was like, no, man, I'm really hungry.
No, he said, you know, he did. We went out to a restaurant.
But also I'm thinking in the back of my mind, we said that whole thing on TV. We don't want to make it look like it was BS.
Right.
We're a bunch of tools. More of the piece.
They say their audience is one big reason they're so successful. But we think the naked ladies have a little something to do with it. Either way, they don't take their success for granted.
As long as I can remember, I wanted to do this, sure. I used to sit in my room with a little radio, listen to Casey Kasem and people like that, and go, someday I'd like to have my own radio show.
Those dreams paid off, but before they made it, Anthony was in construction, and Opie worked at a Long Island radio station. Then the two met and hit it off in 1994.
Yes, Aunt?
And this long-distance dedication goes out to Opie listening in his bedroom. Hey, go out and play with your friends. It reads, Dear Casey, I'm a boy in my room listening to you. I've wanted to do radio my whole life, and I'm only 8 years old. Can you help me get into the business? Signed, Opie. Well, Opie, get out and find a girl or something. Play with your friends. You shouldn't be in your room listening to Casey Kasem. And where are those goddamn pictures I was supposed to see?
No, now we're going to have to play that.
Get Don on the phone.
We're going to have to play the Casey Kasem mouth.
Oh, my God. All right, we can continue.
Lonely Opie.
All right, listening to Casey.
They hosted a radio show in Boston and then wound up here in New York. If you didn't do this, what would you be doing?
Now, we're up to our long...
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now.
All right, we'll play that in a little bit. Maybe going into break. Nice laugh, Deke. What would you be doing? Hold on, because I know the abuse is coming. Hold on.
Hit it off in 1994. They hosted a radio show in Boston and then wound up here in New York. If you didn't do this, what would you be doing?
I don't know. I was good at caddying.
Winning that caddy tournament.
That or he could be a surfer with that hair.
Shut up, Ben.
How'd you like to mow my lawn?
Yeah, there you go.
I've never had a real job. Getting up early, doing a job that you really don't enjoy.
It's obvious they like this job.
Wow, look at that. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Firm.
They sit up nice.
Nice.
Right, Norton? Nice.
There's the Norton contribution to the piece.
Nice.
They show you on the floor, and your face completely, covered by a big white A.
Yeah. And the other clips they show him in the background just blinking rapidly and looking lonely.
Both grew up on Long Island and say they've pretty much been doing this show their whole lives, only now they get paid.
We decided we were going to come in here, do our show the way we've always done it, and make some noise for ourselves, and it attracts attention. And once you get people listening, then they realize you're giving them some entertainment, some fun on the drive home, and they stick with you. Opie spilled his guts in an interview today.
What did I do?
Well, you had to bring up back in school. I don't even know how this came up.
You heard it here first. Back in school.
You heard it here
first. Here's the shocking part. You heard it here first, an exclusive.
Back in school, Opie would pull some pretty disgusting stunts.
Always looking for the cheap laugh. I used to eat like gum from underneath the desk for money and stuff.
You know what you should have done? You should have told him about that time you talked out of turn.
What a dick. Pipe down over there. Pipe down.
Did my homework in two different colors.
Pipe down. Now.
You heard it here first. Chewing used gum.
So how do their families react to their raunchy, sometimes vulgar show?
Oh, God! Oh, man! Guess who's not wearing underwear?
There's a couple of times I go over for holidays, and she goes, I had to turn it off. Okay, Mom, you're not in the demo. I understand.
It gets to be kind of a pain. You go home and you get yelled at a little bit because you're gawking at girls.
Many have compared the duo to another infamous radio personality. They say there's no comparison.
Wolfman Jack.
Quite frankly, we're funnier.
They're talking about Howard Stern, but there was a time when they were banned from...
The line that was said 800 times last night.
Completely out of context. Whatever. I'm not going to... We said a lot of cool things, and that's what they decided to use. Over and over again during the Yankee game, as Ann and I are calling each other like, oh my God, what did we say? What did we say?
Oh no.
Company's going to be pissed again. What did we say? What did we say?
Even saying his name because of past on-air battles.
Ann and I are vicious when it comes to competing in this business, and we're really good at fighting back. And when they took that away from us, we felt like cats being thrown outside without their claws. You're not going to be fighting back too well, are you?
Howard, Opie, and Anthony all work for the same parent company, but now the guys have signed a new deal, and they're free to talk about Howard anytime they want.
We don't need to go on the air and talk about Howard, but if he's hinting to what he's been saying for years, if somebody gets on the radio and becomes popular, that they're ripping him off, we want to be able to respond to that, and that's all.
Some critics say the hit show is sexist and racist. The guys call it an antidote to political correctness.
In the proper context of comedy, anything goes.
Right.
Sex, race, disaster.
Don't put jackasses on the radio talking. I want to hear the music, man. All right.
They can chuckle because Opie and Anthony really do have the last laugh.
You will grow to adore us.
That's right. Just give us time.
Now, if you want to give them some of your time, you can catch Opie and Anthony every weekday afternoon from 3 to 7 p.m. on WNEW FM radio. Back to you, John.
All right, thanks, Patricia.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
I love that. John Rowland. Yeah. I'm just waiting for them to come back because if you remember in the past when we did news things like up in Boston, they would come back. They did a whole story on WOW up in Boston and just trashed us that this is the most awful thing in the world. They come back to the reporters. They're looking at like the monitor, and he turns, looks right into the camera, and just goes, "Their parents must be proud." And we're like, what? Hey, he's editorializing this prick. Their parents must be proud. John Rowland's just like, okay, 20 minutes.
He's like, we just wasted 6 minutes on that?
Here's what he thinks. He's a fat drunk.
Hey, Jimmy from production?
Yeah.
He took the whole piece and what did he do?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I heard it's good, though.
He goofed on it?
Yeah?
Yeah, let's listen to this. Fox News in the studio today, Anthony.
You know, some people call Opie and Anthony vile and obscene.
You.
We took our cameras behind the scenes to reveal the truth about Opie and Anthony. What we found will shock you. Shock you.
Sex, race, disaster.
Vulgar show.
Disgusting.
Wrestling.
Unzipping. Sex.
Vulgar show.
You will grow to adore us.
The Opie and Anthony virus is sweeping the country.
Now we're going to be real pricks.
I used to sit in my room with a little radio, listen to Casey Kasem and people like that.
If you didn't do this, what would you be doing?
I was good at caddying.
If you didn't do this, what would you be doing?
Eat like gum from underneath the desk for money and stuff.
Opie and Anthony virus is sweeping the country, free to talk about Howard anytime they want.
Yeah.
There's no comparison.
I think, quite frankly, it was funnier.
Howard Stern.
It was funnier.
Free to talk about Howard anytime they want.
We don't need to go on the air and talk about Howard.
Howard Stern. The Opie and Anthony virus is sweeping the country.
It kind of sucks you in.
Opie and Anthony really do have the last laugh. This show is as funny as it gets.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
That's pretty good. We'll put that together. Steve?
That was, Jim put it together. The music that was used was one of the beds I did with Diz.
That's very good. Props to Jimmy today, man.
Pretty funny.
All right, why don't we move on, huh?
Just too bad they couldn't get that cat without the claws line in there. God darn it, we're like cowboys without our spurs.
Even West Coast Dave checked in and went, that was kind of a gay line. But, you know, she's working off the cuff.
Like sheriffs without our badges.
It's like big cold cuts and little bread. It's open. Don't be an a-hole.
You seem a little drunk, Anthony.
Go after yourself, Opie.
Anthony.
Go after yourself, Opie.
Anthony.
Go after yourself, Opie.
Anthony.